Marco.
Yep. Is it going? There we go. Yes, sir. We are live and alive. We're alive and we're thriving. And I'm going to post in the Discord, actually. Well, I'm just going to ping everyone so that they know we are live indeed. Discord's going fine, y'all. You know, join the Discord. Link in the description. Make sure you click that green checkmark verification thing in the welcome/rules channel. And, you know, get in there. Because some people, I wake up, I wake up in the morning and I see that there were people, presumably who watched the replay of the stream, who went to go to the Discord link, and then they joined, and then they immediately left because they couldn't figure it out and they thought it was broken. So that, you know, don't let that be you. What's up to everybody? Jared, Nina, Meek, Lisa, Michael, Ingrid, Greg, Josh, Mr. There Is No Spoon, Manny, Lily, Kiki, CJE Badass, Rainy Kanan. Oh, wow, you can click on people's names now. That's annoying. Silica Valley, Alley Cat, Joseph, It Must Be Me, Sweet Goth BFTV, Rainy Kanan, Lee Tries, Alley Cat, Affinity Life, Joshua, Shadow, Jar Dinosaur. Everybody is in here. Yay, we did it. Yay.
Marco. Obama.
Billions and billions.
Yeehaw.
Do you like me?
Time.
There we go. So it's going to be a good stream. We're here. Make sure you thumbs up the ting, of course.
Thumbs up the ting.
That's most important. Click like. And you know what the other thing is too, bro? I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I'm recovering from a cold. Even earlier today, I wasn't sure if I was going to do this stream, but I am actually starting to feel better. And I don't know what it is, man. This past year has been probably the worst luck for me in terms of like injury and illness. Dislocated my shoulder back in December. Had to go to the hospital. We love to see that. Was out of the gym for 2 months. We love to see that. And then, you know, I had COVID last Christmas and didn't get to go enjoy Christmas with my family. And then this past summer, I had like a mysterious illness that I still don't know what it was. But I had a really bad, like, it was really bad. Like, I thought I was going to need to be hospitalized or maybe even die. Not to be dramatic. But I think something's going around. And, yeah, man, I've been sick. Like, I got, like, another cold that lasted forever, like a month back in September, October, from, like, mid-September or beginning of September to early October. And then I had another cold, like, a month ago that lasted for about a week. And now I have another cold. Yay, we love to see it, yay. So I don't know what's happening. But I know there's 105 people watching and only 60 likes.
Thumbs up the ting.
So go thumbs up the ting. Havana Syndrome, says Michelle. I don't know what it is. I'll trust you. What's up, Trey Tino? What's up, Michelle? Diana? What's up, everybody? We need the cowboy hat, says Alley Cat. Yes, if you're in the Discord, you guys saw that I posted some photos of me in cowboy attire and in a cowboy hat. But that cowboy hat was too small, and it looked funny how it just sort of balanced on the top of my head because it was too tight to pull down, but it was not comfortable, and it was like hard material. So, you know, not that I need anything fancy, but I would like one that fits so that I could wear it for an extended period of time on stream, because the medium size one that I was wearing was uncomfortable. Gov Sharma, thank you. He says, great job at the conference. Thank you.
Marco.
Yes, you guys. Michelle wants us to know, shout out to Michelle, that the conference videos from the conference, if you want to watch all of the speakers' presentations from the MLM conference that just happened last week in Washington, D.C., those are available over at MLMconf2023.org. I'll pull it up here so you guys can see it. So this is it. You can go conference videos up here, and you can find everybody's. There's a little synopsis of who the speakers are. And then this is the session I was on, in their own words. And that looks terrible. But thankfully, I had my proper camera set up off screen. And I put out this video here called I Confronted the FTC About Pyramid Schemes. And it has a nice little intro with text. And then, some better audio. And then, obviously, the quality. Oh, my God. It's such good quality. Oh, my God. It's so much better. It's so much better. Wow. You couldn't even see he was wearing the anti-MLM pin in the first one. You couldn't even tell. Wow. Marcoception right now. Marcoception. So, yeah, that's the full speech right there. And definitely go watch that. Go thumbs up the ting. I think that's an important video. That was my first time really doing any public speaking related to multi-level marketing. So really great experience. And thank you to Bill Keep for having me there. Shout out to all the other presenters that were there. Big up. And what else? I applied to do a TED Talk today. I didn't apply to do the actual talk today, but today I went and applied. To the website where you can submit to be a presenter, and I posted that on my story. And a couple people asked me if there's a way they can nominate me to be a TED presenter as well, if that will help me. But I looked on the website and it said each submission only counts as like one thing. Like it doesn't help you to have more people like spamming the submission thing. So I was like, all right, cool. It's only a matter of time anyways, But I thought it would be a really good thing to get my foot in the door with like schools, universities, talking to students about MLM, graduating high school students, talking to them about the dangers of pyramid schemes. I thought it would add credibility to me if I had a TED Talk, like an actual TEDx conference talk. And, as well as the FTC conference the conference I did with FTC people there. Michelle says, Marco, send me your video if you want to embed it in the website instead of the original. I would love that. I would really love that. So I'm going to add that to my to-do list. Send Michelle video. Got it. Thank you guys for the compliments. Jar Dinosaur says you did great. Thank you so much. You guys are doing great. Clicking thumbs up on the stream, right?
Thumbs up the ting.
You guys are clicking like on it, right? Which is free to do. You know what's not free to do? Filling up this dono goal. I'm testing out manifestation, bro. They say it's the law of attraction, and I'm thinking, you know what? I didn't put out a multi-level misery video on Monday because I wanted to give all the spotlight to this speech video, this conference speech video, where I talked about, the video I just talked about. And I also didn't do a stream on one of the days that I was supposed to because I was sick. So that's great. And I really want to just, I've been talking about this. This is going to continue to be my goal for a long time, is to just be able to hire more people to work with me for the channel. I'm very grateful because I do YouTube as like my full-time thing between the videos and the support that you guys give on the live streams and on Patreon and, merch and things of that nature. I am able to do this full time, which is amazing. It's amazing. And I also, I'm not married. I don't have children. I'm pretty unburdened in terms of, like, I don't really have excuses in terms of why I can't do this. And I do this. I'm pretty consistent, I think. At the same time, I would like to expand and be able to be even more consistent because I'm just one guy right now. I've got these, multi-level misery videos I'm trying to stay consistent with, the streams, the infiltrating a pyramid scheme videos, this Primerica one that I'm working on that you've been hearing me talk about since fucking January. It is coming finally in April. It's finally coming in April, and the only reason it's taken so long is because I just there's not enough hours in the day, And even if there is enough hours in the day, I learned last year in 2022, even if there are enough hours in the day that you could, like, on a whiteboard plan out all the things you're going to do, you may have enough hours, but you might not have enough you might not have enough energy. And that's one thing that I learned in 2022 is that, like, time and my actual time is not the same as my actual capacity to do something. And so I've been trying to be more mindful of that and just become more comfortable with delegating. I've always had this sort of attitude where I'm like, well, I should just do the work and keep the money because that'll, it'll save me more money. But also that's nonsense because then you'll just end up getting burnt out. And I've seen what that does to people. So, I'm trying to delegate. So yeah, manifesting us filling that donor goal. Streamlabs in the chat. What's up, Josh, Tanya, DC? What's up, DC? Tell me how shipping was $30 from just outside of Toronto to you. Weird. X Gonzalez has been here for 1 month as a regional director. Thank you, bro. I think I missed some comments here. Let me see. Sorry. I think by tomorrow I'll be back to full health, and I will do a makeup stream for the one I missed, y'all, soon enough, this week sometime. But do you want to be married? JK, keep up the good work. Thank you, Pat. I mean, maybe eventually. Who knows? I'm focused on this right now.
Marco.
Thank you, Peter. I definitely do need to learn to work in the pockets of my day. Can we volunteer to do things for you? I mean, unless you have an editing background, I don't know how helpful it will be, but for sure, if somebody wants to volunteer to help me, that'd be great. Guys, thumbs up the stream. You might have to refresh if the likes are showing a low number. Yeah, right now it's showing 107 for me and 163 watching. So we got to figure that out for sure, My hair does grow very fast. With lipstick, right? Yes. We need an Obama. I got you. Obama. Speaking of Obama, I did my Trump impression in out front of the White House, and you can see that in a new Instagram post that I made. There's a collage. If you swipe to the last one, you'll see the video of me doing my Trump impression out front of the White House. So, thank you.
Billions and billions.
What else is on here? Okay, I talked about the TED Talk thing. The conference video is out. I got to send that to Michelle. Oh, yeah, one more note about the Primerica video. I think I might have mentioned this before, but for Primerica, as well as for the live streams, as well as for Multi-Level Misery, I have turned down every sponsor that has reached out to me in the past couple of months. Thousands of dollars. We're talking thousands of dollars. Because, like the Primerica video alone, thank you, Mr. There Is No Spoon. Oh, welcome. Thank you for becoming a member, Mr. There Is No Spoon. You'll enjoy emojis in the chat that only members get, as well as early access to all the new videos. So, for this Primerica video, I turned down a $3,000 sponsorship for a company to do like a 1-minute block in the video. But the more I kept working on this video, I was like, this video, even if I made like a super sick integration, this video I think is so good and has so much information in it already that I need to make it as concise and short as possible. And I really don't want to eat up 1 minute of the runtime to do this ad. And I also figure if the video is good, then if the video is actually good and does well, it will, like, if it's good, it will do well. If it does well, it will make money. And if it provides value to people, which I'm sure it will, as all my infiltrating a pyramid scheme videos have done, then I think people will support. So, I would rather just promote my own Patreon, and which gives perks back to the people who support me, promote my own, merch, streams, whatever it is. I would rather do that than rely on sponsors. And that's something I really admire CoffeeZilla for, because CoffeeZilla has never, if you can find a CoffeeZilla video where he is doing a sponsored ad, let me know, because I'm pretty sure he has never done one. And that guy is just like a beacon of integrity on YouTube in my opinion. He never got caught up in promoting like FTX or any sort of NFTs or literally anything. Established titles, nothing. All the stuff that turned out to be scams that other creators were getting in trouble for like promoting it and then trying to not take any accountability. Shout out to CoffeeZilla, man. He really bodied it for it. So, yeah. Michelle says, Marco, I just remembered. Did you accidentally slip into your Trump when you said, so true, in response to someone from the FTC? Yes. So true. So true. So true. Thank you, Tanya. You can help schedule my day to be a virtual assistant. It's actually not so much the scheduling that I have a problem with. My scheduling is actually pretty tight. It's just that I don't have the, energy to be able to do, like I don't have the mental bandwidth to make all the decisions that need to be made in a day. And I really do. This is my opinion. I'm not saying this to be a negative statement about anybody else, okay? So please don't take it that way. I am just saying what I think my value is to this like anti-MLM space. What my sort of, what's the word? What I contribute to it is because I'm not married, because I don't have kids, because I just do this, I think I'm in a uniquely advantageous position to be able to take bigger risks like the infiltrating a pyramid scheme videos, all of which have done very well. I mean, aside from one-off videos about MLMs by people like James Jani and CoffeeZilla, and there are people who have more subscribers than me, don't get me wrong, in this space, but as far as I know, my infiltrating a pyramid scheme videos, not including those exceptions I just listed, are the most viewed pieces of anti-MLM content that exist on YouTube. I believe that's the case. Yeah, I mean, here, how many is there? There's 6 of them you can see. There's one that you can't see called Infiltrating a Pyramid Scheme WFG Part 3. You have to use a VPN to watch that one. If you're in Canada, that video is not visible to you on my page. It was blocked due to a defamation complaint. Pretty sure the defamation complaint was made by one of the guys on the thumbnail of this stream, which I'm sure this stream is also going to get taken down. And that guy's name is Greg Strynadka. I'm almost certain it was him. He is a guy who is in WFG here in Edmonton. His voice appeared in the very first in WFG Part 2. That video, when I went into the office and talked to somebody, he didn't appear on camera though. I did include him visually in Part 3, however, and I'm going to include some of his material tonight. This is all fair use. Hey, YouTube, this is all fair use. I'm not slandering anyone. I am just presenting and making commentary on what they already put out, okay? So, Greg, chill out. And thumbs up the stream, you guys, please.
Thumbs up the team.
Could you do an extended version on Patreon and the shorter version on YouTube, says DC, for the infiltrating a pyramid scheme? I could, but I don't think I will. You're talking about those, right? For the infiltrating a pyramid scheme? Ban Raid Shadow Legends ads. Hilarious. How do you watch it? Yeah, you would need a VPN to switch to US. Yeah, thanks, Jared, saying get NordVPN here, and it's just a link to my Streamlabs. So, appreciate y'all, anywho. Appreciate y'all. Thumbs up the thing. So, yes, that was what I was going to say. Turning down sponsors. Thus, I bring that up to say I appreciate you guys for supporting me because I would like to continue to follow the CoffeeZilla formula of not taking sponsors. And in regards to what I was saying about the infiltrating a pyramid scheme series, those are risky videos. They not only do they take months of research and time to shoot and research and edit all together because I'm doing them by myself, but they're risky because you can get sued, you can get them, they've all had privacy complaints, defamation complaints, copyright strikes, you name it. They've all been, I think all of them have been taken down at least temporarily and then reinstated. The only one I haven't got reinstated is WFG Part 3. So hopefully in the future. What would make me use Patreon more? That's one of those things too where it's like I would like to be doing more on Patreon as well. But again, I'm just one guy. And it's hard. So the answer is always more money. That's the answer.
Marco.
The answer is more money.
Do you like me?
When directors release an extended cut of the movie. Yeah. You know, that's sort of the, I sort of do on Patreon, like you can get early access to watch the video. Like you can watch it before anyone else. And for the infiltrating a pyramid scheme video, I might try to make that exclusive period longer to entice people to watch it. Because as it stands, the extended version idea, I don't know. I just don't know. But maybe this is the one to do it. I do have a list. This stream probably will be taken down all around Player Maker. Sorry to tell you. Is WFG Part 3 the same guy from the other two? No, it's not. Thumbs up the stream, by the way, y'all.
Thumbs up.
Look, over 200 people. We made it. You know what's crazy? How much is this dono goal? Around $700 remaining. 700, and there's 200 people watching. Look. Listen, you guys. Listen. I'll teach you one thing. Scared money don't make money, y'all. Now, in this company, in this cult, you have the opportunity of a lifetime, and now is the time to make your dreams come true. And I just did some quick math, all right? Nobody likes math, but hear me out, okay? One easy payment of $3.50 from every single person watching this would completely and absolutely fill up the entire dono goal. Now, I know you think that's crazy. Take this in, all right? What if somebody, let's just say, dropped $100? Well, now, the amount that everybody else has to put in beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop, drops to $2.80. Wow. Isn't that incredible? So it's virtually, I mean, it's so close to free, it hurts. It's so close to being free, it actually hurts me. So I'm just saying, y'all, if you want to upgrade your rank and move up in this cult, write this down. Go to streamlabs.com/Marco54/tip or click the pinned comment in the chat and you will not regret it.
Marco.
You will not regret it. All right. Good stuff. All right. Manny, yes, you're brainwashing. You're not brainwashed. You're washing your brain. Write this down. All right, here we go. Round it up to $3. Why not? Okay, so let's get into it. YouTubers after 20 minutes of intro and ads. Let's just get right into it. So, one thing that I was looking for a very, very long time was the World Financial Group earnings disclosure. This was an extremely elusive document. Some companies like Monet have their average earnings disclosure posted right on their website. For example, Monet's looks like this, and they give it to you straight. Granted, it's still misleading, but this is what that looks like. Here we go. So it shows you, let's reject all those cookies. So this is the Monet income disclosure. In 2021, the typical market partner in Canada earned between $0 and $300 in commissions and bonuses, excluding retail points. So not good. And then you go down here and it tells you it does not take into consideration expenses incurred by market partners. We've seen this, right? It's abysmal. Now, for World Financial Group, I have made 3 videos about this company without ever even having access to these documents. Over an hour of content just about that one company. So I found this video today. It's called, thank you, Diana. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you, Diana.
Do you like me?
There's a video called WFG Compensation Plan Analysis. Don't sign up till you watch this. Okay? And this is the video here. I'm going to pull it up. So check this out. So this is this guy, all right? He is who he is. And here's how I found it. I'm going through his video, right? And I see, Skylar Monroe has joined the cult. Thank you, Skylar. I appreciate you. Welcome to the cult. And make sure you level up your mindset. Make sure you write this down. Make sure you pray. Good stuff. Somebody deleting somebody's messages for no reason. All good. All good. Thank you, Skylar. I appreciate you. Okay. So I found this video, and in it he has this document which says North American earnings, average and highest. The following are the averages. Thank you, Bailey. I appreciate that. Thank you, Bailey. The following are the average and highest earnings for a rolling 12-month period through December 31st, 2017 for North American associates who held life, securities, and or investment advisory licenses. So for every licensed member of WFG. Not every member, every licensed member. This was posted February 25, 2021. How I didn't find it when I was making my last WFG video, I don't know. Forgive me. But if you look up top here, if I move this Dono Goal widget here, if you look up top here, if I just play it and move my mouse, you can see there's a link, like with a bunch of numbers right here at the top. There's a link. What I did was I literally paused the video and typed in digit by digit that link to see if it would take me to this PDF file, and it did. Then he has another document that he's viewing in this video, which is called, what's this one? He has another one. Hold on. He pulls up another one. Let me find it. Here. This is called, wait, he's about to go to the other tab. There. It's called Compensation and Promotion Guidelines, where it also shows different figures about what the average person earned. There's more of a breakdown. Like, here's what this rank earned. Here's what, you know what I mean? So I found that one as well. So in summary, I have, if I search WFG here, I have the Compensation and Advancement Guidelines 2015, Compensation and Advancement Guidelines 2016, and a document called, Compensation and Advancement Guidelines 2018. Wow, I'm the GOAT. So I have all 3 of those. Some of them are more forthcoming with their information than other ones, which, as you could probably guess, the reason that they, as they go, it becomes less clear. So let me bring up this link in this browser so I can, here we go. Okay, I'm going to share it with you guys. Make sure y'all can see this. Jar Dinosaur, thank you so much for joining the cult. We love to see that. Welcome. Silicon Valley deleting messages. Woo, Silicon Valley. Silicon Valley Pocket deleting people. Woo-hoo. Woo, 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 woo. Banned to the back rooms, yes. Okay, here we go. Thumbs up the stream first, y'all. I'm not playing with y'all. You don't want to end up in goon court.
What you were about to witness is...
So, make sure you thumbs up the stream, because there's 231 people watching and 143 likes, and that means like 100 of y'all have not clicked like. And also, 1,000 minus 315, 685 divided by 232. If everybody dropped $3, financial freedom is upon us. Now, not all of you can be financially free, but you guys are all in my downline. Hold on, we're at Starbucks. This is my pitch meeting. You guys could all be in my downline. For $3, you can't even really say you lost anything. You know, $3 is $3. But if y'all all put in $3, my rank and my bonuses are going to go even higher. And I promise to use that money to buy lavish shit to flex on y'all with so that I can inspire you to get where I'm at by doing what? Spending more money.
Marco. Marco.
You're fucking poor.
Almost threw up. Okay, so here we go. This is the, let me bring this over here, and I can see the chat, and I can see this at the same time. Silicon Valley says, my bad. I was cleaning the grill, and my phone flipped around to my leg. Woo! No worries. No worries, that'll just be $3 to fix that. All right. Oh, my God. That's why I'm glad I didn't stream the other night. I did not have the energy. All right, so this is it. U.S. Compensation and Advancement Guidelines. Mind you, this is just United States. It does not include Canada. Oh, this is the other document I have. Sorry, there's another document that I have called WFG System Manual. This one is an important one to check out too. Go here, Command A, Command C, Control W, Control V. There we go. Woohoo! System Manual. So we're going to take a look at these two documents, and then what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at some of the claims made by people in the company in videos.
Sorry, I've missed so many streams. I'm back, BABYYYY.
Thank you, Critter. Appreciate you, BAABBYYYYY. Thank you. Thank you. Ingrid, write this down. Write this down.
You're broke. You're fucking poor.
Write that down. Write this down.
Do you like me?
Write this down.
Obama.
Write that down. All right. We're getting there. We're achieving financial freedom. You know. I didn't stream on, what day is it? I didn't stream on Saturday or whatever day I missed. Friday. I missed one of the days. I think it was Saturday. I didn't stream that day. So that means whatever bags you were going to drop, then they got to get dropped now. Thank you, Skylar. She says, I'll take 2. Skylar, we're watching your career with great interest, right? And I think you're going to go far because you show a level of commitment most people just don't have the skin for. You really, that's the thing. That's the thing. The system works. Look at my house. Look behind me. The system works. You don't work. People telling me it's a scam. You know what I say to that?
Shut up, bitch.
You know? All right. Wow, Sosa. I would sub to the Patreon if there was an extra vid a week or something. So sorry, Sosa. Did you say, Marco, you're just one guy doing amazing work for people because you're very selfless and a good person, and I'd be happy to support you for as little as $1 a month? Is that what I heard you say? Anywho, how will Trump sound after he gets arrested? It's treason, frankly. They're trying to arrest me. It's crooked Hillary. She's a dog. I would never unalive myself. By the way, real shit, I actually wanted to mention this so that somebody has this, and I know this stream might get taken down, but I'm going to say it again. I, Marco, would never unalive myself. Why do I say that? Because I really think if I keep doing this shit, and I'm not trying to worry anybody or be dramatic, but if I keep doing this shit, like speaking at conferences and, if I eventually do a TED Talk and my videos grow and whatever, I really think that this industry might, take real dramatic measures against me. So I don't want to worry anybody, but, I don't want to worry anybody. Wow, this is so whack. I can't, click somebody's comment without it opening a whole menu that says, do you want to hide da-da-da-da? Wow, Pranav Patel. Shout out to Jared catching that very quick. Pranav Patel spamming your messages in the chat is probably the best way to make sure you get banned. We love it. Some kid was a 100K earner at one of those meetings and drove home in a Prius, Lamau. All right. All right. Yes, Raja Dhaliwal is in my thumbnail. He's the main focus of WFG Part 3, so go watch that. Critter says we need a dono standoff. Hey, dono war, baby. We'd love to see him. It would be funny if one of us kept a journal of all the live stream notes they had written down. Yeah, of every time I said write this down. Marco, you're cool, but not worth all that. I'm not worth $1 a month, Michelle. That's a shame. All right, let's go look at the thing. Steps to building a successful business. 6 steps to building a WFG business. System Manual. So this is, as you can see, a very polished official document. If I scroll to the very bottom, it says WFG. I'm blocking it. All good. WFG is a financial services company, blah, 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 a bunch of legal shit there. So it's legit. All you need to know is there's a ton of pages. There's 58 pages in this, okay? All I'm going to do is I'm going to go Control F, and I'm going to search for the word insurance, because that's supposedly what this company deals with, okay? Insurance. Up here you can see there is 8 instances of the word insurance in this document. The first one is regarding how when you pitch people, when you prospect people, you have to keep in mind they don't like insurance salespeople, okay? So that's the first time the word insurance appears. The rest of the times that the word insurance appears, it is only in a subtext, like asterisk thing, regarding the name of the company, World Financial Group Insurance Agency. So WFGIA is their full name. And again, yep, literally, okay, no, there's one more. Every associate is required to be licensed before they can sell insurance, okay? And then twice again at the bottom regarding disclosures. 58 pages of documents in a company that is called World Financial Group Insurance Agency. The word insurance appears 2 times when not part of like a subtext or a fine print or some sort of disclosure. 2 times. And the 2 times that it's included, one of them is saying, keep in mind, people don't like insurance salespeople, and the other one is saying, you need to be licensed before you can sell insurance. You would think, or at least I would think, if I was a legitimate insurance company and I had a 58-page document about 6 steps to building a World Financial Group business, one would think that they would be spending quite a bit of time on making sure you understood insurance and talking about insurance products, but they don't. So let's see. Oh, Michelle says, Lamau, no, you're def worth $1 a month. I meant the murder thing. Did I mention murder? Oh, about them killing me. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Well, you never know. You never know. You never know. Thank you, Nettle B. Thank you for the $3. Hey, everybody. Nettle B's on our way to financial freedom. Are you? I got to adjust something on the camera real quick. Hold on 1 second. I think that's good. Oh, that's better, I think.
I take responsibility.
Thank you so much for joining the cult. Oh, X Gonzalez gifting a membership. We love to see it. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry, I was just adjusting. The green screen sometimes, sorry, it's not a green screen. It's real. Had to adjust some ISO shit on the camera, but we're good now. Randa dropped $4.99 and said, as someone who worked on marketing at PHP Home Office, I shit you not, this is using the front image. Wow. Amazing. I mean, yeah, it's a copy of WFG. Josh Lloyd, glad you got out of there. Jared, congrats on the membership. Okay. All right, so here we go. Guys, 255 people watching, only 173 likes.
Thumbs up the team.
All right, let's check this out. System Manual. Your opportunity, your business, your choice. Congratulations on your decision to become an associate with World Financial Group. We believe you've made an excellent choice for you and for your family, and you will soon be helping others to achieve their dreams as well. WFG offers a unique opportunity, blah, 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 fucking blah. In order to build the WFG business, you must make a commitment to, and what's the very first effing thing that it says? Recruiting. You must personally recruit to continually build your team. If they made it any easier, they would walk to the police station in handcuffs and say, here's a list of every crime that I do. You must personally recruit. Thank you, SV. On my way to financial freedom, give me Liberty Bibberty, MLM Insurance, or give me death, Obama. This is for your fancy background mortgage. Thank you.
Obama.
Thank you, SV. Great comment, too. Great. Welcome back to the cult, Jared. Yep. Okay, so first thing they talk about is recruiting, and not just recruiting continually. It's really a shame to me that WFG Part 3, which was my last infiltrating a pyramid scheme video that I put out, was blocked in Canada, because Canadians are the people who stand to learn the most from it, because the people I focused on in that video are from Canada primarily, specifically Raja Dhaliwal and Greg Strynadka. Greg is here in Edmonton, and Raja Dhaliwal, I think, is based in Vancouver. That video is like 45 minutes long. It's my most in-depth infiltrating a pyramid scheme video that there is. And the most information is packed into it, for sure. And there's also a cameo from Hartej in there. This is not Coke. It's a Vapo inhaler. So I really wish more people would have been able to see that video. But because of the defamation complaint, it was blocked. Thank you, Nick. Write everything down. Yep. It's all about recruiting, baby. In that video, Raja Dhaliwal talks about how you are here to recruit 40 people or something. He says a number like that. You're here to recruit 40 people. That's what your purpose is in WFG. You need to taproot. Taprooting is what we do. Taprooting means you find somebody and you access their extended network of friends and family. That's what taprooting is. So you look at somebody like they're the plant, but their network is the root system that's going to get you what you need. Hold on, bear with me a second here, y'all. I'm sick. If you're not able to see that video, you got to use a VPN. I'm sorry, I don't know of any other place where there's a link. Yes, you can use a VPN, Josh. So here we go. Let's keep going down this document here, and let's just see what they're saying. Leadership, you must lead by example. Think big, but keep things simple, okay? Leadership, sort of vague, not really quantifiable in this sense. Lead by example. I'm guessing, based on my experience, that means you buy the products yourselves, you are coachable, you follow questions without asking, you're duplicatable, and on and on and on. System, part 3, system. You must commit to duplicating the system and having your team do so. Well, this is the system manual, and it says the first two things were recruiting and leadership. And now the third one is system. So you also want the people you recruit to recruit and have leadership. We're already starting to see the picture, and we're on page 3. Really, it's page 1, because page 1 is the cover. Page 2 is like a little, poster. And page 3 is where we actually get the intro. So page 1, recruiting, leadership, system, positivity, and optimism. Wow. People prefer to be around positive, optimistic, and motivated people. So set the example for your team. Remember, guys, in MLM, write this down. Negative thoughts, no. Negative mindsets won't work over here. Toxic positivity, that's the name of the game, baby. Now, what is toxic positivity? Being positive no matter what. Sounds good. People say, be positive. Bro, being a human being means that you can't always be positive. You must experience a wide spectrum of emotions from day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, in order to be a fucking human being. If you're just positive all the time, I'm sorry, there's something wrong with you. Just like if you were depressed all the time, probably you have clinical depression or there's something really wrong in your life. That's why it's toxic positivity, because you're just, gaslighting yourself into always thinking that everything is all good. You know that meme of the dog and the fire, the house around him is burning up in flames and he's like, everything is fine. You get me. Thumbs up the stream, y'all. Buckets and Brews dropped a super chat. Thank you, Buckets and Brews. They said, hey, Marco, I have an old coworker trying to get me to join some MLM called 7K Metals and was wondering if you've heard of them. Can you join the live call with me this Saturday? I have the link. I cannot join the live call with you this Saturday. I apologize. I'm focused on this Primerica video, but thank you for the support, Buckets and Brews. I've never heard of them, but hey, I trust that you have the knowledge. I got to add that to the soundboard too, to make sure that you don't get duped into that. So, Okay, so here we go. Positivity and optimism. Duplication. You must keep duplicating the WFG system again and again, even if you are bored with it. If you follow these principles and commit yourself to WFG, you have every chance to be a successful business leader. The future belongs to you. Let's get started. Again, vague. You have every chance to be a successful business leader. Well, I already have a chance to be a successful business leader, even without reading this, even without joining WFG. So, all right, vague yet again. And this part here, if you follow these principles and commit yourself, this on the first page of information in this 58-page manual, it's doing what every MLM I've ever seen does, which is prepare you in advance to blame yourself whether you succeed or don't succeed. Most 99.6% of the time, you won't succeed, all right? Unless you're one of the people that started the company, or you are just so willing to deceive people at scale that you manage to climb the ranks. Unless you are one of those two categories of people, you will fail. And this document here will have you believe that if you didn't follow these principles, so if you didn't recruit, if you weren't a good leader, if you didn't duplicate the system, if you weren't positive, that's why you failed. You didn't do something. Also, what the fuck? Duplication and system are literally the same thing. Why is it put twice here? System, commit to duplicating the system and having your team do so. Duplication, you must keep duplicating the system. All right. Now a blank page. Now here's a table of contents. Prospecting, the approach, contact, the presentation, the follow-up, the startup, duplication. Notice there is not one called life insurance, indexed universal life insurance, term life insurance, whole life insurance. There is not anything about, doing your duty of care when talking with seniors who you're going to be selling life insurance to. There's nothing in this 58-page document about the actual products that they claim to be selling. Here we go, prospecting. We're not going to go through this whole thing because I think you guys get it. Here we go. Building your business, the warm market. It's going to give you a list of people that the best people that you want to recruit. And I'm sure there's going to be a spreadsheet in here that says, write down, oh my God, form. Form stands for family, occupation, recreation, message. Wow. Friendship farm. Friendship farming is one way to make new friends and acquaintances to add to your warm market. You should not go out specifically to friendship farm or prospect, but just be aware of people around you in the normal course of your day. They make it sound so sweet, but really what this is turning you into a sociopath where you look at people as a commodity, farming, like they're cattle. They're not real people. They're just people that you can recruit into your into your downline. You know, that's all they're there for. Insane. Start with the intent of making new friends rather than the intent of inviting someone. This is sort of the same thing as in other MLMs. I've seen them say, be genuine. If you have to tell someone to be genuine, they're not being genuine. What you're really telling them is appear genuine. And it's fucking bullshit, of course. Wow. Elevator pitch. Friendship borrowing. Oh my God. Wow. Actual visual representation of how Scott and Peter filmed their show. Two people talking through paper cups connected by a string in a field. Amazing. This is the importance of getting referrals. This is alluding to tap rooting. The approach/contact. This is going to be so cringe. Oh my God. An associate who is skilled in offering a quality invitation and controlling the point of contact can avoid the scenario of disaster. Oh my God. Thank you, Inderjeet. He said, my own friends tried to get me into this crap, and that's not even the worst part. Worst part of it is they actually believed it's legit. Insane. Insane. Sorry to hear that. I'm glad you didn't get caught into it. DC says, Marco, could you spoof a recruiting video for this company, and after it finished, it would redirect to a video where you would tell them it's a pyramid scheme? So funny. Where am I going to put that, though? Am I going to put that on my YouTube channel? Because if so, I'm scared. I'm scared to do that. All right. I mean, you get it, right? 10 points of human nature. What does any of this have to do with insurance or even sales skills, period? This is literally about just recruiting. What is a BPM? Business presentation meeting. In Primerica, they call them KTs, kitchen tables, because that's where they want to get you. They want to get you at the kitchen table to present the opportunity to you and your family. The Mozone. My favorite character in The Incredibles. I mean, I'm about done looking at this. We all get it. You know, we all get professional appearance. Associates and guests should be dressed in business attire. Having a new mentality. Oh my God, look at this. Be prepared mentally. Your enthusiasm, conviction, and team spirit have a tremendous influence on the impression you make. Remember that everyone has a role to play at the BPM. This is like, you know, in my videos about WFG, especially the first one, you see how in the presentation, they have like plants in the audience who are already recruits of WFG, who are like clapping and answering the questions, the rhetorical questions that the speaker asks, you know, to make it, you know, just that herd mentality shit. People respond based on what they feel more than what they hear. Although what you say is very important, your tone of voice and body language also has impact. What the fuck does this have to do with insurance? Environment. The best way to attract people to WFG is attract them to the business environment. Associates with guests should arrive a half hour before the BPM begins, so you can help create and benefit from the Mozone. Jesus. Once the meeting begins, it's imperative that any conversation or business conducted in the lobby or halls be done quietly so as not to disturb or distract those in the meeting. Insane. Oh, here we go. Properly use leadership edification. Introduce your guests to your senior marketing director and other key leaders, especially the presenter. This helps develop a rapport between the speaker and your guest. Make sure to use your guest's name often during conversation with the speaker to ensure the name is remembered through association and used in interaction during the meeting. Find your guest a seat near the front. Oh my God. Tell your guests that while they are in the BPM, you'll be in the next room in the training class and you'll meet with them after the meeting's over. Sit forward in your seat, take notes, clap, cheer, and laugh at the appropriate times. Don't talk or ask questions during the meeting. Don't answer questions the speaker asks the crowd during the meeting. Don't leave. Remember, the time before and after the meetings is for the guests. If you have any questions, comments, or things you need to take care of, wait until all the guests have gone. Never enter the meeting once it's in session. Late guests must be handled one-on-one. I mean, bro, the BPM presenter. Oh my God. The presenter should be the team's most dynamic, most enthusiastic, strongest.
Write this down needs to be a book.
Write this down. Thank you for that, Lally H. The presenter must have the right mentality to help him move the prospect to a decision. If your presenter feels that he or she can't put his best foot forward on a given night, replace them with the next presenter. The BPM is not a time to practice presentation skills, as people work too hard to bring guests. Remain positive. Wow. I mean, dude, it's literally... Oh, wow. The following points will set you apart as a presenter and help you become a successful builder. Tell them, there's a great need for what we do. There are good people doing good things to help people. There's money to be made. And when products are sold. People from all walks of life have become successful at WFG, and you have the same potential for success. This is a family-oriented business. You can do it. Do I even need to continue, bro? Let's skip ahead. How to master the follow-up process. Identify the prospect's why. What in his or her life will compel them to succeed in this business? Insane. So, did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see the image? Oh, the 3-3-30. In my WFG video, you saw the 5-5-30. Recruiting never stops. Sales never stops. Field training never stops. Duplication never stops. I mean, Jesus, you know? Focus on 3-3-30. Your dreams can come true. I'm going to send this to the Canadian Competition Bureau and the... Thank you, the annoying salt. I miss hartej. Oh, me too. And I'm going to send this to the FTC as well. Here we go. Wow. I like how they've tilted the pyramid on its side. So it looks like a left to right trajectory instead of a down and out. Oh, never mind. They actually did do it here. U, A, B, and C. Then A, B, and C each get D, E, and F, G, H, and I, J, K, and L. I mean, bro, how do they even comfortably publish something like this out into the world? Literally drawing a pyramid. Insane. Be coachable. Remain positive. Jesus. Let's keep going.
For the hat, cowboy hat face.
Wow. Boothang. Thank you, Boothang. Thank you, Boothang. Who's Boothang? Who's Boothang? First time dono from Boothang. I don't know who Boothang is, but thank you, Boothang. Appreciate you. Oh, we're gonna fill up that goal. I feel it in my bunions. All right, let's keep going. Wow. Every single day for 18 days, it wants you to contact 5 people. 5 direct contacts. Wow. Duplication. LOL, these dudes in suits out by the rocks. Why duplication? Develop marketing, recruiter's mentality, a builder's mindset. Wow. Remember the acronym KISS. Keep it simple, stupid. Wow. AKA don't explain. Keep it simple. A recruiter's mentality. Recruiting is an all-the-time thing. It is a state of mind. Look for quantity, get quality. Sell the dream and our cause simultaneously. Sell the dream, dude. They literally are saying it. All the red flags. I love it. And what year is this one from? 2018, I believe? Maybe it's earlier. 2012, but I think this is actually a newer iteration. It doesn't say. All right, let's go to the comp plan. WFG Comp Plan. Compensation and Advancement Guidelines updated May 2018. Now, mind you, I said I had 2015 and 2016 as well. It's more of the same shit. This document is 12 pages. Here's North American earnings. Ready? The following are the average and highest earnings for a rolling 12-month period through December 31st, 2017 for North American associates who held life, securities, and or investment advisory licenses. So, Senior Marketing Director, average earnings was $34,284. Let's check that out. Let's go $34,284 $284 divided by 12. Sounds like $2,857 a month. Not bad, right? Not bad, because they'll tell you, most people are part-time that hit that rank, that are licensed. So let's divide that by 4 weeks. So that's $714 a week. Not bad. Not bad. Let's see what it says in the fine print down here. It says, different products are offered in the United States, Puerto Rico, and Canada. Earnings are in U.S. dollars and rounded to the nearest dollar. Okay, so these are in U.S. dollars. So if we wanted to actually see for Canadians, that number drops drastically because then the Canadian dollar is much lower. So, it would be higher if we convert it to Canadian. Only U.S. associates can hold investment advisory and registration. Blah, blah, blah. All right. Okay, here we go. So senior marketing director, average earnings $34,284. Highest earnings are $500,000, right? So the highest person in this rank earned $556,000. I'm going to use an analogy here that I use when I'm trying to point out how misleading these average earnings statements are, okay? If you took the average earnings of me and Bill Gates, it would basically just be half of Bill Gates, because the amount of money that I make is so negligible compared to Bill Gates. Streamlabs link in the chat. Is so negligible compared to Bill Gates that you're basically just dividing Bill Gates' money by 2, okay? So when you see something like this that says highest earnings $500,000, right? Somebody is earning $500,000. This number is bringing up the average of this. So let's say, typical MLM math. 100 people in a company, we know 99% are going to lose. The guy at the top of the company, let's say he made $1 million this year. So the guy at the top made $1 million, everybody else made nothing. What's the average earnings of 100 people in the company if the guy at the top made $1 million? Well, you would just go 1 million divided by 100, and the average earnings were $10,000. Oh, that sounds great. Wouldn't you like to make an extra $10,000 a year for just doing a little bit of, part-time work? That's how they mislead. That's how they finagle jangle the numbers, essentially. Thank you, Sunny Faz. Appreciate you being in here, bro. Sunny's been supporting me for a long time. Appreciate you, man. Big up to you. Appreciate you. All right. Let me see what y'all saying in the chat. It is practically evidence at this point, Mark. So true. Hidden Rain says, I want to thank you, Marco. What up, Specs, for making the expose videos on Primerica. I haven't even dropped it yet, but thank you. I mean, you've already seen some stuff on Primerica and canceled. I love that. Thank you. Wait till the actual video drops. I haven't even dropped it yet. Copy and paste pyramid, yeah. Have you heard of the Feel Great system? Pretty sure it's the same type of deal. All right. Photoshopping Raja in front of Stonehenge. Hilarious. I'm just a Goon cult member. Thank you, Boothing. Supporting the Cowboy Hat campaign. Thank you. Momin says, I'm currently in WFG. My mentor seems legit, and so far I spent $500, which was the initial fee in the courses. I thought this was a way I could build my own business with insurance as the medium, but now IDK. Hey, Momin, you know what I would recommend you do? Don't even bother listening to anything I say about how WFG is bad, because they're going to tell you I'm a crazy crackpot anyways. Go and ask someone who you know, or find someone online, or just Google it. See what a non-MLM life insurance company would pay you for selling a policy. I guarantee you the starting commissions are higher than what you are getting offered with WFG, and you don't have to recruit anybody to access the next commission. Just go search for yourself. Don't even take my word for it. Brian P. says, don't listen to this guy. WFG changed my life and on my way to being a millionaire. He's just jealous he can't make that money. I don't know if you're trolling Brian P. and you're actually a supporter, but Brian P., if that's true, why are you a millionaire sitting on my, watching my stream? Like, why do you care? Why do you care about the 315 people and 209 likes?
Thumbs up the king.
Watching my stream if you're almost a millionaire. Doesn't make no sense. Guys, thumbs up the ting. Come on, y'all.
Thumbs up the
Do you like me or what?
Do you like me?
Do you like me?
Marco.
Yeehaw, it's bull wrangling time.
You know? All right.
You're broke.
Whoop.
You're fucking poor.
There we go. All right. Thumbs up the stream. And I'm just saying, if everybody dropped like $1, if everybody dropped $1, if everybody had dropped $1.50, we'd basically fill up the donut goal. And I'd be on my way to financial freedom. And we'd love to see that. All right. But I appreciate you guys. Samuel says, hey, Marco, from a legal standpoint, what do you what do you think the law should include as a clause to distinguish MLM from Ponzi, if there is a distinction? In my opinion, there's no distinction. My personal definition of a multi-level marketing company is a Ponzi scheme with extra steps. A Ponzi scheme, I recommend you guys go and watch. There's a section in a previous stream I did. Let me find the title. The stream is called, I believe it's this one, MLM Conference Recap. No, wrong. It is this one. It is called Meet Colleen Nichols. In this stream, there is a section here from an hour and 6 minutes, you can see the bookmark, to an hour and 58 minutes, but realistically it's shorter than that, where I give a full explanation for what's a Ponzi scheme, what is an MLM, how do they differ, and why do I say that why do I say that an MLM is just a Ponzi scheme with extra steps? In my opinion, multi-level marketing companies are even bigger scams than Ponzi schemes, which are illegal. Ponzi schemes are illegal, MLM companies are not. And if you would like for me to explain that to you, my newest video, which I just put out yesterday, 2 days ago, I confronted the FTC about pyramid schemes. Actually, let me just fucking run you this last little clip here so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Let me just play this. I think this is extremely valuable. Listen. People, and it was once Sam Bankman-Fried wasn't lying about FTX. I'm just running from here. And lastly, we good, so? Lastly, I'd like to point out the hypocrisy regarding the fact that Ponzi schemes are illegal and MLM companies are not. My personal definition of an MLM is a Ponzi scheme with extra steps. In a Ponzi scheme, all a recruit has to do is give the organizer their money and wait for the return that they were promised. They're told that they can earn a higher return if they get more people to also join and invest. The organizer pays out the old investors with money paid by new investors when no new investors can be found, or when old customers ask for their money back at a rate that outpaces the new money coming in, the scheme collapses. With a Ponzi scheme, as long as you get in early enough and take your money out early enough, you could actually see a return on your investment. In an MLM, you still have to give them your money, except you now have the added burden of buying inventory and maintaining a purchasing and recruiting quota known as volume, not to mention the monthly fees for access to the company's back office software, training events, personal costs, gas, cost of your time. And in the John Taylor study that I think you mentioned, he reported findings that you have about a 10% chance of success in an illegal pyramid scheme compared to the 0.4% annual chance of success in a multi-level marketing company. And yet, Ponzi's are illegal and MLMs are not. The Madoff Ponzi scheme took decades to accumulate and was estimated at $64 billion. Meanwhile, the DSA website says they generate $128.9 billion every single year, making the Madoff Ponzi scheme look like peanuts. And consider that many of Bernie Madoff's victims were some of the wealthiest people in the world who were still rich after the fact. They were just less rich. MLM goes for the lowest hanging fruit and the most vulnerable people. My friend was one of those people. He got lured into a scam during a time in young people's lives where they're seeking purpose, an identity, approval. And MLM stripped my friend of his identity and gave him a new one. And that new identity stripped me of my best friend. This industry urgently needs tighter regulation and reform, and I'm going to continue to do my part to see that through. Thank you. Cool. So that's my very long answer to the question that was asked by Samuel. From a legal standpoint, what do I think the law should include as a clause to distinguish MLM from Ponzi? I think if you really get into it, as a matter of fact, I know that if you really get into it and you really get into dissecting what the characteristics of MLM are, there's no way you can do anything from a legal standpoint except make it illegal. There's no redeeming qualities. You are going to lose if you join an MLM, and the only exception is, like I said, either you started the company and you're at the top, or you were so willing to deceive people at scale and feed them lies on purpose that you were able to rank up. And this is one of the things that I sort of feel bad for Dominic Izzo about. Dominic is a guy who I debated on this channel who's pro-MLM. I debated him a month ago. He is pro-MLM, but he himself says that he is opposed to this sort of deceptive rah-rah tactics that MLM companies use with earnings claims and, you know, your dreams will come true and recruit 3 people. He claims to be against these types of tactics. He claims to want to reform the MLM industry and do MLM from a place of integrity. But there is no way that it's like saying that you want to be a bank robber with integrity. How? You're going to go in there and very politely say, hey, could you just please give me all the money and I won't shoot you? I mean, I guess that's a little bit more polite than telling everybody to get on the ground and threatening to shoot people, but you're still doing the same thing. And MLM, I'm sorry, where do you want to start? What element of it do you want to start with for why it's fraud? It is. So, you know, I think I condensed a lot into that, you know, less than 20-minute talk that I gave at the conference last week, or, you know, 10 days ago, 9 days ago. But honestly, and a TED Talk, I would only really have about as much time as I had there. I think 18 minutes is the TED Talk limit. It's tough because these live streams prove I could go on for hours. Give me a company. Well, I'll start from zero with a company I've never heard of. Let me see the documents. I'll explain to you why it's a scam. So, yeah. Appreciate y'all. That's true, El Musima. Dominic was wasting time filibustering instead of explaining why MLM is a good business. So true. So true. So true. Thumbs up the stream, y'all. Thumbs up the stream. Click like on this stream. It's free to do, and it helps a lot. All right, here we go. Let's skip ahead to executive vice chairman. Mind you, do you even see how ridiculous it is to call yourself an executive vice chairman? What does it mean? What does that mean? Typically, people who are, and by the way, CEO marketing director is below executive vice chairman. How? The CEO is the CEO. That's the boss. That's the top. How can you be above the CEO? These terms don't actually mean anything. In a real company, being an executive, being a marketing director, being a CEO actually means something. It means you're in charge. You know, a lot of these use the word marketing. Most of them use the word marketing. If you were the actual executive marketing director, presumably you would be in charge of all marketing at the company, and there would be people below you, right? Maybe there would be a senior marketing director. He was one step below you. But for there to be multiple people, or even let's say hundreds of people calling themselves the senior marketing director is fucking ridiculous. It doesn't mean anything. It's just a fancy sounding name. It's like how when kids play pretend and they wrestle, they come up with their own wrestling names, or they come up with superhero names. You know, that's all this is. It's pretend business. We watched a video on my stream last month as well from this guy, Mackenzie Long, who's in World Financial Group. This one right here. It's called, where is it? He flopped on our debate, so I'm doing this instead. And what I did was I went through one of his videos debunking everything he said that was trying to explain why WFG is not a pyramid scheme, but it's a legitimate insurance company. And it's, as a matter of fact, in his words, it's not even a multi-level marketing company. It's an insurance company, which is ridiculous. So if you watch this video, I show how in his office, I'll just show you, in his office, Here, this is me streaming my stream. Look at his office. Look at his office. No work is being done in this office. Look, no paper in the printer, no pens, no computer, no nothing. It's just, it's a Fisher-Price playset, baby's first business. That's all it is. It's not real. And you've seen other companies that I've talked about, they have ridiculous names for their titles. Chairman, diamond, emerald, platinum. Made it up. What does it mean? It means nothing. It's just how many people you have under you. That doesn't make you a CEO. In my first WFG video, when the one guy who came outside, he's like, I'm the CEO here. Okay? 10 of y'all are the fucking CEO here. What are you talking about? Anyways, thumbs up the stream. Y'all. Thumbs up the stream. All right. Yeah, it's a fantasy setting. To become the full-fledged CEO, yeah. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, chargebacks. Yep. This sounds like a kid playing business. Exactly. Exactly. It's just a play set. All right, let's get back to this document and see Wagwan. Oh, the Stream Deck froze. Yay, the Stream Deck froze. Yay. Here we go. All right, we're back. A unique blend of ways to earn income. Amazing. So there's 4 ways to earn income. Personal income. When you write a new business, you earn a commission. Okay? As you grow and expand your agency business, that's what they call recruiting, you have the chance to mentor and coach newly licensed associates. As they write business, you can earn a portion of their commission. You're free to expand your business anywhere in North America. Okay? Good. Bonus income. Great. So, when you sell to people that you recruit, when your recruits sell to people who recruit, when you do it abroad, which is sort of the same thing as the agency income, but they're just calling it expansion income in another one here, and then bonus income, you getting a bonus for how many people you have under you, all of them point back to recruiting. None of these would be possible without recruiting. I guess maybe personal income, but that would be dependent on they would just call it sales at that point. Advancement guideline. Here's where it gets so convoluted. I mean, I'm not even going to try to, my head will explode trying to explain this because they make it so complex on purpose. This is what I mean. A Ponzi scheme with extra steps. These are the extra steps. In order to become a senior marketing director, level 20, like it's a fucking RPG video game, you have to have a rolling time of 3 months. You have to have 3 legs, which means one recruit, and then how many the 3 of them have under them. Each one of those is a leg. You have to have 3 direct legs, and one of those direct legs must be marketing director level 17, which means that one leg, that person, has to have X amount of people under them to qualify for that. So now you're going to have to go to that person, figure out how many people do they need under them to qualify for MD level 17.
God did.
Oh, shit. Thank you, Freedom. Freedom dropping 50 bones. Thank you, Freedom. Who is that? Interrupting? All good? Who is Freedom? Let me see. Thank you, Freedom. Thank you. I appreciate you, Freedom. Thank you. I'm not going to say who it is. I know who it is, but thank you, Freedom. I appreciate you. All right, back to this. I love you too, Borna. Thank you. Okay, so we're qualifying for Senior Marketing Director level 20. You must have 10 licensed associates in your organization, aka downline. 6 of them must be life licensed. Okay, great. Meaning they've paid WFG more money to get the other license. Production, you must have 75,000 base net points. What's it mean? And you must also have a cash flow of $35,000 or $20,000 in 6 months. Now, this is what I mean when I say a Ponzi scheme with extra steps, as I so eloquently explained in that conference speech video. In a Ponzi scheme, all you got to do is give your cash and wait. In this one, you got to recruit people. You got to dress up in a suit and go to these presentations every single day. You got to recruit your friends and family. You got to get sales, which translate into points, which translate into volume, which translates into your rank, which translates into your commission, and you got to keep track of all the people below you and what they have and make sure they're doing the same thing. It's mind-boggling. No, like literally you would have to be a computer to be able to calculate all this shit. So that's what I mean, a Ponzi scheme with extra steps. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. There's more. The following overviews. Let me know if any of this makes sense to any of y'all. Doesn't make any sense to me. Bonus pool eligibility requirements. And look at this. There's a whole list of requirements. In any other sales company, you sold this amount of money, you get, wrong button, you sold this amount of stuff, here's how much commission you get. Simple. Simple. You get a percentage. Oh, you made more sales? Maybe you get a bonus. That's about as complex as it gets. Look at all this shit. Look at all this. What's it mean? Requires a minimum 60% net point ratio using the current rolling 3 months. You must have a minimum of 60% consistency on tracked block of business. Will be applied to each month's business after 6 months, and if the tracked block number drops below 60%, the dollars awarded for the new month in review will be charged back at 100%. What's it mean? What's it mean? All right. You got to learn all these words. Override, generation, rolling time, points, leg, net points, net point ratio, super base. Boom, 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 baby. That's super base. You guys think I'm not a Barb. You guys think I'm not a Nicki. Am I a Nicki fan? Am I a Nicki fan? I never fucked Wayne, I never fucked Drake. All my life, man, fuck's sake. If I did, I'm Minaj with him and let him eat my ass like a cupcake. My man full, he just ate. I don't duck nobody but tape. Yeah, that was a setup for a punchline on duct tape. Worry about if my butt fake. Worry about y'all hoes us straight. These girls are my sons, John and Kate. +8, when I walk in, sit up straight. I don't give a fuck if I was late. Dinner with my man on a G5 is my idea of a update. Hut, hut, 1, hut, hut, 2. Big titties, big butt, 2. Fuck with them real hitters who don't tell no one what they up to. Had to show bitches where the top is. Ring finger where the rock is. These hoes couldn't test me even if their name was Pop Quiz. Bad bitches who I fuck with. Mad bitches we don't fuck with. I don't fuck with them chickens unless their last name is Cutlet. Let it soak in like seasoning and tell them bitches blow me. Lance Stevenson. Raise everybody look up in the sky. Purr is goddamn motherfucking right.
Marco.
Oh, you want the Drake verse? I never fucked Nikki cause she got a man, but when that's over, then I'm first in line. And the other day in her Maybach, I thought, goddamn, this is the perfect time. We had just come from that video. You know, LA traffic had a city slow. She was sitting down on that big butt, but I was still staring at the titties, though. Low key or maybe high key, I been peeped that you like me, you know? Who the fuck you really want to be with besides me, I mean? It don't take much for us to do the shit quietly, I mean? She said I'm obsessed with thick women, and I agree. That's right, I like my girls BBW. Type to want to suck you dry and then eat some lunch with you. So thick that everybody else in the room is so uncomfortable. Ass on Houston, Texas, but the face look just like Claire Huxtable. Oh, you the man in the city when the mayor fuck with you, the NBA players fuck with you, the badass bitches doing makeup and hair fuck with you. Oh, that's because I believe in something and I stand for it. And Nikki, if you ever trying to fuck, just give me the heads up so I can plan for it. Pink print. Quit fucking playing with me. Quit it. Super team, net point ratio, the WFG dream. The following example shows how helping a family can result in $2,775 in commission paid to the field. It's simple.
Bars.
Thank you, guys. Sorry, I mean, to be fair, that ain't even my fault. You know, I keep it professional on these streams, but they had to bring up super bass. You think I'm not going to talk about, you think I'm not going to spit? Pull up in the monster auto. Pull up in the monster automobile, that gangster, with a bad bitch who came from Sri Lanka. Hello? Wake up. Anyways, I just had to let y'all know. Somebody commented, bad bitches only, yeah? Not me rapping it with you. Y'all are hilarious. Okay, Marco Minaj, Cook. He's been waiting to do this. Such a barb. I knew you was a barb. I knew he was a barb. Who knew we needed a Nicki button? Marco Minaj. Y'all are hilarious, bro. What up, Tyler? Nah, they're not ready for the pink wig. Y'all know I actually have a pink Nicki wig. Just in case y'all wanted to test me. Test my gangsta. If you don't know, now you know. So true. I think that's the first time I've ever understood all the words. Well, now you learned. Now you're going to learn. I told you you're going to learn something today when you watch these streams. I love that you always have that in your back pocket. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anti-MLM karaoke. Scott and Peter only understood 3 words in the last verse. Y'all like that, huh? In BBW we stand. Me just learning the real words to this song right now. Period. Nah, there has been no Scott and Peter update thus far, Amber, because they do their show on Saturday. So this Saturday we'll have the review. We'll have the new Scott and Peter episode. Sorry, I have a cold. I shouldn't have even done that. Write that down, y'all. Write that whole thing down. Appreciate y'all. Thumbs up the stream too, or whatever. All right, so you get it. WFG, the dream. You know, look how well you could do with having a super team or a super base. You could make $323,000 a year. Are you ready to claim the tremendous potential? Tremendous potential that awaits you with WFG, frankly. And that's the whole of this document. So now let's move on to some videos. Woo! Let's move on to some WFG videos. I might have to trim that segment out because it's so off topic. But anyways, here's what I wanted to show y'all. First things first. First things first, I'll eat your brains. Then I'm gonna start rocking gold teeth and fangs. Sorry. The Nicki verses just keep spilling out. Everything reminds me of her. What can I say? All right, so this one here is called WFG Documentary. It's by this channel, International Personal Development Association. It's just this guy. He does interviews with people from WFG, and he has this video called World Financial Group Documentary, which up until the very end is just a compilation of other interviews that he's done with folks from World Financial Group. Let's just see how he caps this off, the message, all right? Let's check it out. And you guys are going to, I'm glad we're streaming this live, so I have a copy of this. This is going straight to the Canadian Competition Bureau and the FTC as well. Let's just run it.
Advice did they offer? Very honest, straightforward advice. Give it a shot. What have you got to lose?
And I went 10 years. 10 years struggling, never made even $40,000 in a year. And even after all those years, it finally was starting to sink in my head that maybe this just wasn't going to deliver on the dreams I had hoped for. But then we started our company, and everything changed. That next year, everything changed. So,
wow, Sam here? No way. Thank you. Happy belated birthday, he says. Sam here, thank you, bro. Thank you, man. That's amazing. Sam Heat. Hold the heat. Wow. I used to have merch on my merch store that said I never fucked Wayne, I never fucked Drake, but I think that was a lawsuit waiting to happen. I didn't want the Queen to sue me, so We took it down, but I have the shirt still. Thank you, Sam here. I appreciate that, man. Wow, all you guys are so lucky in the cult here. Sam here has just made it so that the dono goal is at 543 out of 999. So let me do some math. 999 minus 543 is 456. 456 divided by, how many people do we got in here? Divided by 273. You guys, if everybody dropped $1.67, it almost don't make sense why it hasn't happened yet. I take cash. Send me an envelope of cash. Actually, that's the best way. All right. Here we go. Here we go. Thank you. Not you being possessed by Roman. Y'all are hilarious. Marco Lewinsky, Nikki Flare Up. Y'all got him symptomatic. It's been a long time since I performed that Nikki verse on stream, and I didn't expect to do it on a WFG stream, but alas. Here we go.
People just got to hang in there.
Don't give it 2 weeks. Don't give it 6 weeks. Don't
His hair.
give it 6 months, okay? You got to give it 2 years. You got to give it 2 years.
Look at how he's sitting. Look at that fucking watch. Children, and his suit's way too big for him. And this guy on the left looking like fucking Tony the Tiger. Daddy.
That's it?
Wow. Legend Gaming dropping $100.01 just to one-up Sam here. Okay, I see. It's a cold case of a dono war. It is serious business. They are not coming to play. They are coming to fight it out. All right? But thank you, Legend Gaming. I appreciate you. All right. Sherry says, I donated $9.99 and you missed it. No! Sherry, I'm sorry. Actually, I remember that. It was a super chat. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate that. I'm so sorry to have not acknowledged that in the moment. And I'm glad I did. Better late than never. Woohoo!
Marco.
All right. Here we go. Anyways, yeah, this guy, it literally just looks like a child playing business dress up.
Right? And you're never gonna get good at anything in 6 months.
Sure.
Right? You're not gonna get it. Have you ever heard of a pianist who gets? I mean, they're just amazing in 2 weeks.
No.
Or 2 months or 6 months, right?
Right.
Terrible analogy.
You know, I would say go on a 90-day mad person.
Violet Beauregard in Willy Wonka's factory when she eats the gum that turns her into a blueberry.
Cycle. Like, go nuts for 90 days. Put your head down. What I like to do, anytime I'm out of town, I'll go back to the office and make 50 to 100 calls
That watch hanging on for dear fucking life.
per day, 3-4 days in a row.
And who do you call?
That stirs up the activity. I'll call prospects. I'll call clients. I'll call recruits, old recruits. I'll call business cards, right? Anybody and everybody.
Older, even people that quit?
Yeah.
You call them back?
Yeah, call them up and say, hey, I know back then timing wasn't right, but, you know, I just wanted to follow up with you.
Oh, people that didn't get in.
Right.
Do you ever call people that quit?
I do.
You do?
Yeah,
Of course you do.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think momentum is magic, and if you can stir up that momentum and make 50 to 100 calls a couple days in a row, all of a sudden you'll be on a bunch of appointments, and whoever goes on the most appointments wins in this business.
So what if you're in the business, but you haven't broken through to, serious money yet? I'd say...
I like how he's filming this by himself and just looking off to the side so he doesn't look right at the camera. So it looks like it's an interview with someone, but he's literally just by himself here.
Hey, welcome to being an entrepreneur.
Again, pretend entrepreneurialism, pretend business.
I've been an entrepreneur for over 30 years, and you win some and you lose some. And success almost always takes longer than you think. That's life. That's business. You either hang tough and eventually break through, or you give up and go back to living with the masses. The choice.
Go back to the Matrix, brokey. Those are your options.
You're broke. You're fucking poor.
This is yours. I'd like to say something to you that the WFG associates are too classy to say.
I bet.
Look at the odds of you becoming financially independent. If you're a professional athlete or an Ivy League graduate or famous celebrity, your odds are probably very good. But if you're a mere mortal, like the rest of us, odds are the WFG may be the one and only shot you have of living a life that most people only see in movies.
Ding, 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 ding. That is the clip. If I could send one clip from this video to the FTC or the Competition Bureau, it would be that clip. Because, once again, you're selling the idea that this is the only way. Unless you were born with a silver spoon or you're a pro athlete or a celebrity, this might be the only way. You know who I heard say that as well? Nathan, when it came to ACN. You know who I heard also say that? A certain Forex-related MLM that I can't name in 2021, where they were talking about how crypto and Forex is the only way, and they're all going to be millionaires in a year. Where are y'all now? Where are y'all now? Where's the cricket sound effect? By the way, all of you Forex motherfuckers that were saying I'm a hater, I'm a broke mindset, whatever, I'm just hating because I don't have my... I'm still a full-time YouTuber 2 years later. I'm still a full-time YouTuber 2 years later. I haven't had a job in 5 fucking years. Y'all told me, and I'm not a millionaire, but I get by the grace of my goons. Y'all told me to my face in the DM that you were going to be millionaires. You posted it on your Instagram stories. You bought fake followers to tell those fake followers how you were going to be a millionaire in 1 year. That was 1 year ago. Where's the money? Where y'all at? Nobody got rich. Crypto crashed. Nobody fucking understood Forex to begin with. None of y'all. And I think I'm owed a pretty serious apology as one of the people who was at the forefront of exposing Forex-based multi-level marketing companies that were selling you the same bullshit with just a new face of makeup, which was Forex, and every few years it's a new thing. Some of them have stuck around doing the same ones for a long time, like Primerica, WFG, it's been insurance. You're always going to need insurance. So, I mean, I think y'all owe me a fucking apology, bro. Where do I see myself in 5 years? Dead. So. All right. Thank you, CJ Bada. Small-time investment. So true. So true, frankly.
I mean, anything is possible, but when it comes to money, successful people play the percentages.
Okay, you want to talk about percentages? Let's look at the fact that 99.6% of people annually lose money in MLM. I gotta blow my nose. Why is it important that I specify annually? Because if you extrapolate the statistics over multiple years, you'll see that the 99.6% loss rate is actually extremely, extremely generous in favor of the MLM companies. If there's 100 people in a company and 99% lose, that means the one guy at the top made money, right? Most of those 99 who lost money are going to leave because people can't afford to stick around losing money year after year. They go back to work regular jobs, they go to other MLMs, they do other shit. So let's say now year 2, you have a new 99 people. Well, year 2, those 99 are going to lose and the one guy at the top is going to make money. And on and on and on. So in year 1, 1 out of 99 made money, 1%, right? But over the course of 2 years, 1 out of 198 people made money because it's the same guy at the top. And over at year 3, 1 out of 197 people. And by year 5, 1 out of 595 people made money. You want to see what the real stat is over 5 years? 1 divided by 525, 0.0019%. It's negligible. It's effectively nobody. It's effectively nobody. And I love when people in MLMs try to tell me, well, it's not a scam. Some people do make money. Hey, what's the point of a scam? To make money. Of course, some people make money. That's like if you told me somebody doing like a phony check scam it couldn't be a scam because somebody made money. Well, that means the scam worked, didn't it? That some people made money. That's the point of any scam. It wouldn't be a scam if everybody lost money. It would just be people throwing away their money. For it to be a scam, somebody had to lose and somebody had to gain. That's what happens. So, I gotta blow my nose again. I'm sorry, I'm sick. All right, we're back. All right, let's see what else you got to say.
They don't play the slot machines.
There we go.
They own the slot machines.
Wow.
They stack the deck in their favor.
Wow.
And when they get rich, the rest of the world wonders how they're pulling a rabbit out of a hat. The game is over before it begins.
Exactly. That's like what Doug Brooks says. Joining an MLM is like buying a lottery ticket to the lottery that was already announced last week. The winner was already chosen. The game's already over before it begins. He's so correct. He's so correct. Whoosh, right over his head.
Because all the odds are stacked on their side.
Exactly. On the 1% side.
It's the same strategy the rich have been employing for 200 years in this country.
Okay.
And in Canada as well.
Okay.
I know because I've been interviewing self-made millionaires since 1984. Now it's your turn.
Since 1984, motherfucker, you have 2,000 subscribers.
You have this chance, which may be your only legitimate shot at the big time. Now you have to make a decision. Do you pull the trigger on this thing or not?
Who is he looking at?
Do you decide to plant your flag with WFG?
No, not the giant WFG flag on top of Mount Everest.
Or do you waver back and forth like the masses do with every challenge? The choice is yours. I mean, why not just go for it? Like Eric Olson says, why not just go nuts for 90 days and see what you're capable of? What have you really got to lose?
When's the last time you went on a 90-day mad...
Blending in with the curtains. Did anybody react to my Violet Beauregard comment too? Come on, dude. That was funny.
...person cycle where you just went nuts for 90 days? And the answer is probably they never have done it. So if they, a lot of people say things like, I'm quitting. I go, well, what do you mean you're quitting? You never started, right? So if you never started something, how are you going to quit? So
all you'll do is gain a family that wants you to win.
Oh my God.
A family that will fight the fight with
zombies,
you, side by side, step by step. A family full of winners.
Oh my God.
Well, whatever you decide, I wish you the best. Thanks for watching, and I hope to meet you face-to-face someday at a WFG
Psychological Performance Training. Mental Toughness University. Jesus.
Event. Go WFG. Whoosh.
Ah! The worst catchphrase and hand motion ever. And the fact that I even said whoosh right over his head a moment ago without even knowing that he was about to say that.
At a WFG event. Go WFG. Whoosh.
Go WFG. Whoosh. Heil Hitler.
Event.
Just a little bit up, and that's exactly what it would have been.
Event. Go WFG. Whoosh.
Ah! Fuck. Oh my goodness.
What you are about to witness is real. The participants are not actors. They are actual litigants with a case pending in civil court. Both parties have agreed to drop their claims and have their cases settled here before Judge Marco in our forum, the Goon Court.
All right. On to the final piece on the docket today, even though we've only been streaming an hour and 45 minutes. But great question, Sosa. Do I have my own business if I'm a DoorDash driver? Using MLM logic, you're an independent business owner, buddy. So here we go. This is the interview between that guy and Greg Strynadka, who was featured in my WFG Part 3 video and whose voice appears in WFG Part 2. This guy lives where I live in Edmonton, and I promise you, because of his inclusion in this video and the thumbnail, he will try to get this video taken down on grounds of defamation, but I'm not defaming him. Greg, you're a great person. All right? So we've covered our bases. Oh, God. Oh, God.
Siebold, we're here at the Bone Allen Mansion with Greg Strynadka from World Financial Group. Greg is an executive vice chairman with the company.
Made it up. Thank you, Zemzem. I feel like the leader of the Heaven's Gate cult trying to sell me. It felt like the leader of the Heaven's Gate cult trying to sell me a timeshare. Buy it. Buy it. Step your shit up.
He's based in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And literally one of the most successful people in the history of World Financial Group. So, Greg, thanks for coming to the mansion.
Thanks for having
us. It's good to see you.
Greg, those socks are unforgivable. I don't know if y'all can see his socks because of me. Greg, this is not defamation. Those socks, I'll never forgive you.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Thank you.
How did you get started in this crazy business?
Well, we're going back just about 16 years, January of 2003.
And how old were you then?
22.
I'm just reading it. This is not defamation. Somebody in the chat, Critter, says Greg has terrible posture. I agree. That's not defamation. That is just, I'm just specifically talking about what is healthy for a human skeleton. And I don't think that what he is exhibiting here is, but that is not a reflection of what I think of him as a person.
22, okay.
Yeah, so my family was in a juice and smoothie franchise business at the time.
It's Booster Juice. See, Greg to me is one of the funniest people. I've known about Greg for like 4 years now, okay? His Regs to Riches story, and if you search Greg Strynadka on YouTube, you can find videos of him like speaking at WFG events in Vegas. His Regs to Riches story is that his family owned Booster Juice franchises. The motherfucker was already rich. But this is not defamation. Greg, you're a good businessman.
Time I grew up in a family that was entrepreneurial. Mom and dad always wanted to have a family business, and they'd checked out every business that you could imagine, whether it was something network marketing related with vitamins or something like that, or bricks and mortar sort of coffee shop type franchises. And in about 2001, it turned out to be a juice and smoothie franchise that was kind of up and coming in Canada, in the area that we were from. And so I was running that business for a couple of years, and I just slowly grew more and more dissatisfied because I realized there was no way that my goals and dreams were.
This is not defamation, but Greg's posture as he's sitting in that chair, it looks like he's riding a bicycle and someone edited out the bicycle. Like, with no chair, imagine there's no chair there, and the rest of his body's in that exact same position. That's what it looks like. Purely an observation, not defamation, not defamation.
Were going to come true if I stayed running a smoothie franchise. And from the outside looking in, it would have been interesting because our store was busy. We were one of the busiest stores in that whole company. But busy doesn't mean that it's making money. And even if it was making money, it doesn't mean you have any freedom of time.
Sure.
And so I was just looking for something else. The timing was perfect. I didn't want to pour smoothies and boss teenagers around for the rest of my life.
Right.
I've heard him use that exact phrase, pour smoothies and boss teenagers around. I've heard, he has this so, bro, he's been doing this 16, 17 years. He has it so scripted, so down to a science. This is not defamation, just an observation.
And a gentleman that owned a smoothie store with the
Johnny Azul says, Marco looks like a bicycle. So true. Thank you, Johnny Azul.
Marco!
same franchise with the same company in Calgary. He called me up one day to talk to me about World Financial Group. He'd actually initially spoken with my dad to try to get my dad into the business. And turned out my mom and dad's were actually already clients of World Financial Group.
Oh.
So they had investment plans and all that sort of thing. And so they were clients of WFG already. And so my dad wasn't interested in WFG at the time and from an opportunity standpoint. But he said, well, hey, you should talk to Greg. It sounds like Greg might be interested in doing that.
Okay. And did you, so you were always kind of entrepreneurial minded because of your parents probably?
I think that's where it came from.
Did you go to, what did you study in school?
High school.
High school. You did high school. You didn't go to college.
No,
university.
I didn't go to college.
Okay.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't think I would have got in.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
He probably referred to teenagers when he was a teenager. Yeah, no doubt. Purely observation.
I got in. I don't know how I got in. Yeah.
The things that I was interested in were the programs that were really difficult to get into, like journalism and you know, maybe things that a lot of slackers that don't like studying would want to go into.
Wow.
Sure.
Journalism is for slackers. I think he's already priming. This interview is happening after my first 2 videos about WFG came out. So maybe he's already priming to talk about people who do journalism as slackers. Later on, he's going to talk about haters and allude to me, I'm sure.
Journalism or radio or something like that. Those programs were really hard to get into. There was huge demand, and I don't think my grades would have supported it anyways.
Yet today you're a self-made millionaire.
Team-made millionaire.
Can't believe this.
Team-made millionaire. That's really a better phrase, isn't it?
It is,
Team.
yeah.
It's really a nicer phrase too.
Yeah,
Team-made
absolutely.
millionaire. Yeah.
Other people made me a millionaire. I fucked them. I'm just saying me. I'm not saying anything defamatory about Greg. Greg, you did it totally legit.
Anybody gets really wealthy doing it on their own.
I think you're right. Yeah, I've been interviewing, as you know, millionaires for 34 years, and we always say self-made because that's the label,
right?
it's the term.
Yeah.
But you're absolutely right. Who gets rich on their own?
Yeah.
It's kind of ridiculous. Yeah. Okay, so walk us through. So this person calls you up. How did you respond initially? Were you negative? Were you positive?
Mostly positive, I think. Curious.
Look at that gaudy ring. Look at that ring. Ridiculous.
I didn't really know what he was talking about, to tell you the truth. Something to do with financial company and let's go for coffee. And your dad said you'd probably be interested. And I said, okay, let's meet and let's go for coffee. And I'll never forget. I remember the exact coffee shop that it was at, 170th Street in Edmonton, Alberta. It was a coffee shop that was matched up with a bagel place in the same location. And I was instantly just riveted by what I saw.
Like I said, I'm familiar with Greg. I've watched hours of Greg content. And again, this is not defamatory. This is just an objective observation I'm making. I've always got the impression that Greg is never actually speaking from Greg. Like, every response is so calculated. It's almost like, and I don't just get this impression from nowhere. Every time he says something, it's like I've heard him say it before, which is remarkable. It's like he's an action figure where he only has a limited, short list of responses that he can give. So that's just always the impression I've gotten. It's like, are you ever actually talking to me or are you talking through me? Like, he's never talking. He's always giving a speech. That's the vibe I've always got,
I realized a massive need for everything that WFG was doing and offering: independent broker, training, support, build a business, have a mentor, people will support you. I'd become extremely mildly interested in network marketing a few years before.
Extremely mildly.
Well, is that even a way to phrase it? But meaning that I saw a couple of presentations from kind of health product related companies, and the part at the end about you can build a team and have overrides and then not work and still make money, that always seemed to me like a great idea.
Brilliant, right?
However,
by the way, Greg loves, let me pull up my WFG Part 3 video right now, even though it's blocked in Canada. I still have access to it, and maybe, what I should do is maybe re-upload it, see if it gets taken down again, because, maybe it will. I don't know. Let me bring this up. WFG Part 3. Here we go. Let me bring up Greg's subtly pressured into. Let me bring up Greg's segment here on WFG Part 3. This video was uploaded January 6, 2022. This was the last infiltrating a pyramid scheme video I dropped, and before my break, and it only has 92,000 views because it was blocked from, the country where most people would watch it. But anyways, this is Greg here in the Zoom calls. So let's check it out.
Agents of
Off their subscription to Dash Circle of Life. Now let's get back to Greg.
Many of our agents have taken little vacations during COVID, and if they want to, when they're on vacation, they could do a couple of meetings on Zoom while they're there. Our business is basically built for these kind of times.
Our business is built for these kind of times. Once again, they can't help but flex how the pandemic has assisted them in leeching off people who are poor and struggling. After that, I got in contact with another guy from one of the... Another great point. Thank you, Marco from the past. Appreciate you.
Marco.
Greg loves talking about how you have this passive income with WFG. You don't have to work. Oh, that really appealed to me. You know, you don't even have to work a job, and you can just do, just do whatever you like. You can travel, and you can do a couple meetings if you want. Motherfucker, that's not passive income. And Greg is the king of this. While I was making that video, I was spying on multiple Greg opportunity calls. This guy does opportunity calls almost every day and is on calls multiple times a day. That's not passive income. If you have to constantly be recruiting and encouraging people and reminding them to be positive, that's not passive income. I would challenge any person who has a successful MLM business, who's making 6 figures a year or more, to just take a month off. Take a month off. Take 3 months off. And tell me how you're doing. Anywho, let's continue with his interview here.
They were never products that I could really be passionate about. The dollars and cents didn't really add up for me. That I thought, how many customers am I going to need that buy this $100 pack of vitamins, for me to make a living? The numbers just didn't add up.
Right.
The part the intrigue that never left me was having a team, building a business, earning money when you're not there. And I realized that in our franchise business, it was never going to happen. I was barely making a living, probably working 60, 65 hours.
Exactly, Silicon Valley. Quote, I personally love universal misfortune due to a global pandemic as a means to benefit myself. Remember Nathan saying it in the ACN video? My business booms in the down economy. I said it then, I said it in the WFG Part 3 video, and I'll say it again now. Whenever an MLM presenter tries to tell you that their business model is recession-proof, or as Greg says, it's built for these kind of times, or as Nathan says, my business booms in the down economy, they are telling you the truth. I even said this in my speech at the conference 2 weeks ago. They're telling you the truth, but it's not recession-proof because it's such a good business. It's recession-proof because when the economy is bad and people are struggling and losing their jobs, or there's a global pandemic, more people are vulnerable. Thus, they're more likely to make a risky financial decision and suspend their critical thinking. Thus, they're more likely to be scammed. Thus, they're more likely to join an MLM. It is not because it's such a sick opportunity. I gotta blow my nose. All right, let's keep going.
Hours a week, and I'll never forget it. $1,100 paychecks every second Friday. So I had to try to fit my goals and dreams into and now this is 16, 17 years ago. So things were a little cheaper then, but nonetheless, you can't live a dream life on $1,100 every second Friday, especially when you're working all the time.
Sure. Retail's brutal, isn't it?
Oh, it was horrible.
That's a tough business, yeah.
It was really tough. I learned a lot. I met a lot of great people, and it was through connections from that business that I found out about WFG. So I definitely can't say it was all bad. I learned a lot. I met a lot of great people, and I learned something that I didn't want to do for the rest of my life.
Sure.
Yeah.
Does your mom and dad think you were crazy?
They were pretty supportive. Yeah,
wow,
they
that's
were
great. So entrepreneurs, right?
Yeah, they were supportive. Very luckily, part of it was probably because they were clients of the company already, of WFG, so they knew the products were great. And part of it was probably because the honeymoon phase had worn off in our franchise. So at the beginning, we were able to make a decent living, but the company that we were a part of grew from 4 stores in Edmonton to maybe 25 stores in Edmonton. There just wasn't enough market to go around. So when your sales start dropping by a couple $100,000 a year, and a lot of that is just coming straight off of your profits that you're going to be able to take home. So the writing was kind of on the wall that we weren't really going to be able to have the dream life that we thought we were going to be able to have through that business. And I think that was probably why. And they knew I just wasn't super happy. And fortunately, through the WFG model, this is just such a great blessing, but I was able to start part-time
Right.
So I didn't have to, even though it was only $1,100 every second Friday, I needed that $1,100.
Crazy. I haven't seen this interview, but I've seen this interview. I've heard him say the exact same shit, talking about his journey. Let's go skip ahead. Greg's high school education. How long did it take Greg to go full time? Let's check this part out.
Okay, so walk us through the beginning. How long did it take you to go full time?
A year.
A year. That's pretty fast.
Yeah, I mean, so the bad thing about making $1,100
The conference was not in Vancouver. The conference was in Washington, D.C.
every 2 weeks is you only have $1,100 every 2 weeks.
Right.
The good news about it coming into this business is I didn't have a lot of income to replace.
Sure.
So
Unfortunately, Tretino, this is what a lot of Edmonton men look like. I mean, not unfortunately, because that could be taken as defamatory. This is what a lot of Edmonton men look like, and they're very handsome, just like Greg.
I only really needed to.
Well, you're 22 as well.
I'm
23,
so
right?
I needed probably 1 or 2 clients a month to be able to replace what I was making.
Right.
But the challenge for me at the beginning, my lack of studying in high school kind of came back and
Oh, sorry. Critter's responding to Derek's comment about a Vancouver conference. My bad.
and bit me in the ass a little bit. I don't know if
Oh, bad word.
High school kind of came. My lack of studying in high school kind of came back and bit me in the ass a little bit. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that.
Sure, yeah.
Because I didn't have skills. I didn't know how to study. As maybe dumb as that sounds, I didn't know how to study.
Sure.
And so then when it came to studying the course, initially I remember I asked Rial, I said, is it multiple choice? He said, yeah, it's multiple choice. Perfect.
All C's all the way down, baby.
Yeah, so
we all learned that one.
ACDCA.
Yeah, exactly.
So I thought, I literally, and this is crazy and laughable now, but I literally thought I would glance at the book for an hour or two and then I would go past.
Yeah, right.
And it is not that way. And it's not that way for anybody. And for somebody that had no financial background, no study skills, it was definitely not that way. So I had an extremely rude awakening after my studying for 2 hours, go and write the exam, get 32% or something like that.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Discouraged for a while, kept at it, but kind of long story short, it ended up taking me 8 months.
Here we go. How much do you make a month? Let me skip ahead to this.
You know, and going back to your point about, if people don't make $5,000 to $10,000, say a month, in a short period of time, they quit. Yeah. In what business do you get $5,000 to $10,000 a month in the black? I mean, I've had businesses where we were in the red for 5 years. Yeah. Then you start to turn the corner. And if you make $12,000 in the black, you've turned the corner. It's actually good.
Silicon Valley says, nepotism, baby, not having any real-world skills. Crazy talk. Yeah, these MLM people from all walks of life, from all different companies, always are proud to tell this story. Whether it's Ray Higdon on the last stream, I showed how you can go watch the interview with Dominic Izzo, Ray Higdon and Dominic Izzo on Dominic's channel, where he talks about, I failed in real estate, and then I found the beauty of network marketing. Is it that you found a better business model, and the real estate business model that you were doing was bad, and now you found one that's good? Or that you just weren't a good business person, and so now you've resorted to just deceiving people in an MLM? Greg is doing the same thing here. Oh, yeah, I didn't want to pour smoothies and yell at boss teenagers around all day. So I found network marketing and, my parents were already successful and I didn't have any, I didn't study in school. I didn't have any skills. So what do you do if you don't have skills? Or like with another Forex related MLM that I can't name right now, what do you do if you're a criminal? You have a criminal record and you don't want to, do an honest day's work and make an honest dollar? Or what if you have no real-world skills like Greg? You join an MLM. It's the only legal way to scam. It's legal crime. That's what it is, okay? You're deceiving people. So all these people tell these stories about how, in Greg's mind, I'm sure he's going, I wasn't really a great student. I didn't really have many skills. I found this amazing opportunity. Is it that you found this amazing opportunity, or that someone like you who isn't willing to study, wasn't a good student, had no real skills, was willing to do the most, it's funny, he talked about journalists being slackers. He sort of was saying, I probably would have ended up doing journalism or some slacker type thing. He's saying he falls in that same category. You're doing the most slacker thing, being a pretend businessman to try to get people in to give you money so that you can, it's a pyramid scheme, bro. So they'll always present it like this was the thing, anybody can do it, blah, blah, blah. And I always interpret it as, this is proof as to why you're not an actual businessman, whatever they say. So, anywho.
You made that actually your first year right in the black.
Exactly. Why boss teenagers around when you can exploit them? Being an MLMer sounds so exhausting, honestly. Yep. Look up Guillermo Haro from WFG. I'm very familiar. Giovanni, big VIP/CEO/VHS. He's barred from the SEC from selling financial services, yet he's the face for all California. Yep. He's only allowed to talk about recruiting. Of course, mindset. He's a keynote speaker. You know.
Black, I'm assuming.
Yeah. So
that's something to think about.
It didn't feel like a lot of money at the time, but now in hindsight, I think, wow, I was able to make some money part-time.
Hey, let's get out of here, recruits, Lamau.
While I was just learning how to do this.
With no debt, right?
Yeah, with no.
Yeah. I mean, usually you have to invest, millions of dollars or at least hundreds of thousands of dollars to start anything.
It's time. It's
equity.
Yeah. That's all it is. Yeah.
Not true. In my WFG Part 1 video, I'm going to bring it up here because it's been a few years and I know maybe some of y'all haven't seen it. I'm going to bring it up. Let me show y'all. Here it is.
All right.
We're going to show, forgive me, this was back in 2019. Here in the meeting, they show how it's better to open up a WFG. Here we go. Ready? Let's just look at this here. The system gets the market, the system brings the business, the system cures cancer. Okay, this is my favorite. He shows this very elementary looking slide about which one is easy to build. 5 houses, 5 Subway restaurants, or 5 Blue Jackets. And as you can see, Blue Jackets is the easiest because it takes a $0 investment, whereas it takes a lot of money for 5 restaurants or houses. They use. So as Steve Siebold, or whatever his name is, was saying in this video, usually you have to invest hundreds of thousands or millions of dollars. No, you don't. Where are y'all getting this? You can start a business with very little money. Maybe if you want to start a McDonald's franchise, you're going to need a lot of money. But I don't know why they always compare it to that, because MLM is not a franchise, nor is it direct sales, nor is it affiliate marketing or referral marketing, any of these things they say it is. If you wanted to start, for example, a makeup company, and you wanted to start selling makeup, which is a very difficult industry to break into, it'd be like selling a soft drink. It's, Coca-Cola's been around a long time. You're going to have a hard time competing, okay? If you were to start a makeup brand, you know how much money you would need to start it? $0. You know what you would do? Create the social media and the website and the branding and list the products on there and start promoting for free, making TikTok videos, whatever, and promoting the product with 0 samples, 0 product even on hand. Maybe you have 1 sample that you use for the videos. Once people start, the first person that becomes interested, they make an order, boom. Now you have money. Now you can use the money to start expanding and putting back into the business, actually making the products. You don't need to go and spend hundreds of thousands of dollars getting all the makeup made, getting the packaging, shipping it out. No, you find out if there's a demand first. That's one of the beautiful things about alwaysmarcomerch.com. I don't hold any of the items. I don't back when, if you wanted to sell merch, you would order, 100 of your design on a t-shirt and then try to sell them. Whatever you didn't sell, you were stuck holding on to. That doesn't happen anymore. I use Shopify. I use Printful Fulfillment. If I put the design up there, it costs me nothing to do it. If somebody orders it, they make it to order and they ship it to you, I never even touch it. So, and this is pretty commonplace in modern day times where people use drop shipping for tons of shit. Everybody has an online store. I don't know where these guys, Steve and Greg, get the idea that most, what did he just say? Let's use his words exactly.
I was just learning how to do this.
With no debt, right?
Yeah, with no. Yeah.
I mean, usually you have to invest, millions of dollars or at least hundreds of thousands of dollars to start anything.
Where the fuck are you getting that from? Silica says, I love how MLMs are all about self-improvement, but actually developing skills that can make you an asset. You are encouraged to be genuine and submissive to your upline. Exactly. The best way to improve yourself is to listen to me type beat. Yep. Yeah.
It's time. It's
yeah.
That's all it is, yeah.
Do you think it's because most people don't know that? They don't, because I always think when I look at you guys.
Most people are dumb, right, Greg?
You know, I've been around you guys for 13 years as a vendor and that type of thing. It seems to me that, you know, because I've never really understood it when audiences, because they'll come up to you at book signings mostly, you know, because they know you guys aren't listening, the leaders, you know. They'll come up and say, you know, should I keep doing this? I mean, I'm not making money sometimes, you know, I'm not making, my wife's beating me up, my husband doesn't think I should be, you know, all that stuff you've heard a million times. And they'll say it to me because I'm an outside third party. I'm safe. I'm nobody, right? I'm not in the, you know, I'm on the outside. And what I always say is, do you know what it costs to start a business, the risk you have to take? I don't think most people realize the risks of being an entrepreneur. No. You're $12,000. It's not a lot of money, but you're in the black the first year, right? Yeah. Do you think that's what it is? They don't understand because they've never been on you've been on the entrepreneurial side. Yeah. You know, with the smoothie business, right? Yeah. Do you think that's what it is?
Yeah, I would say that that's probably the number one reason is they don't know how good they have it. Yeah.
And people only don't do it because they're too stupid.
And unfortunately, people run from things that are uncomfortable, whether it's something to do with fitness or something to do with their finances. Paying off debt is uncomfortable. Right. You know, to spend less money and to pay off debt, or to spend less money and invest more, or to eat less or order a salad for lunch instead of a burger and fries. I mean, these are all things that are uncomfortable, and our business can be uncomfortable for people at the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. It's uncomfortable for people to join our business, not because we're deceiving people, but because most people are stupid and lazy and undisciplined. Just like it would be uncomfortable to eat a salad for lunch instead of a burger and fries. That's the analogy he uses. It's mental, it's professional, psychological manipulation, mental gymnastics, pseudoscience, pseudo-entrepreneurial fuckery. That's what this is. That's what we're seeing. And that's not defamation. I love you, Greg.
Sure. You know, they're maybe putting on dress clothes. They don't normally wear dress clothes. Instead of on a Tuesday night, in Canada we watch hockey, right? So instead of maybe Canadian Tuesday night in the wintertime, they hang out and watch the hockey game with their friends. And instead, we're encouraging them to put on a suit and come to an office and sit in class.
And sit there and clap and fake laugh and pretend that they're a rich person. And, you know, God forbid you spend quality time with your friends and family and watch a hockey game ever. Come put on a suit and fucking dick around with us in the office and talk about nothing for 3 hours.
Money and finance, and then also they're learning how to talk to people. And some of the people that they care about are saying, I'm not interested, or even beyond that, they're maybe saying what you're doing is not going to work, or and so it's all of these things are things that could be making them uncomfortable, and people don't like to be uncomfortable.
Who the fuck are you to talk about eating a salad for lunch, Greg? You're not exactly the ideal image of ideal masculine figure. You're not Dwayne Johnson, bro.
I think that a quality of successful people is that they're willing to get uncomfortable. They realize that the things they want in their life are outside of their comfort.
This is a variation of the system works, you don't work deflection. Nathan, in my ACN video, said, you know, sometimes people tell me ACN doesn't work. Well, you know, I make millions of dollars. I also have a friend who bought a membership to Good Life Gym, and he's still fat. So does the gym not work, or did he not work? And that's supposed to be his like big, ooh, like bars thing. It's a variation of what Greg is saying here. It is a false equivalence because losing weight actually does depend on your effort. Calorie deficit. Eating less calories than you burn. Right? Eating healthy. Exercising. It's not rocket science. Everybody knows this deep down. This is a gaslighting technique used to make you blame yourself. Well, look at me, it works. So, you know, and I just followed the system. So, you know, if it's not working for you, you know, maybe you're not following the system. Just like the gym, right? Some people go to the gym, they get ripped. Some people, they go to the gym for years and they're still out of shape, you know? So it's like low-key, almost fucking bullying. But you can say this shit. You can say this shit with somebody to a straight... Fucking hell. You can say this shit with a straight face to somebody, and because it sounds sensible and because they're smiling and being nice when they say it to you, you're not going to ever sort of face the repercussions. I've said before, MLM is the only business model where you can rob people blind in broad daylight and have a smile on your face and nothing bad will happen to you. It's absolute lunacy.
Comfort zone, as opposed to inside of their comfort zone.
Silicon Valley says, I'm not in an MLM because I'm a big frumpy bimbo who refuses to wear a suit and go talk to people in the grocery store at 3 a.m. with no grocery basket in hand. Exactly.
Do you think that people really, I mean, you're saying like, they're staying home and watching hockey or whatever instead of coming in all of a sudden.
Thumbs up the stream. Can we get 300 likes?
Thumbs up the team.
I mean, you're saying like, they're staying home and watching hockey or whatever instead of coming in all of a sudden they don't want to do things that are uncomfortable. You think it's because they don't realize that you're offering them with the WFG platform, you're offering them the chance to never have to think about money another day in their life. Do you think they realize the magnitude of what you guys actually offer people?
Do you realize the magnitude of the deceptive earnings claim that you just made? Thank you for that. I'll send that to the Competition Bureau. Thank you.
We try our best to help them see the magnitude of what we're offering them, but it is difficult to see. And even if they
It's difficult to see. I'll tell you this. In my private meeting with Greg that I had in 2019 in the office of WFG, just me and him, he told me, I have a Rolex, I have a $300,000 Tesla, I got the new iPhone, he was showing me on his phone, look at the money WFG sends me, look how much I have in the bank. As though that's supposed to convince me that it's not a fucking scam. It's like if I went to Colombia and I went to the mansion of some cocaine czar and he was like, you really think I'm doing something illegal? Look at all this money I make. It's like, okay, I get it, but you making money doesn't make it legitimate. There's so much corrupt shit that's legal that makes money, that hurts people. Alcohol is legal. That's another deflection they'll use, ironically, is they'll say, well, why are you getting after us? Alcohol hurts so many people. You're not out here fighting against alcohol. Yeah, because alcohol, there is laws around it. You have to be 18 or older to drink alcohol, at least where I live. A lot of places it's 21. People are well educated about the dangers of alcohol, and people know that it's not good for you. You motherfuckers are presenting MLM like it's good for you. And you have to make faces like this to try to come up with the next mental gymnastics thing that you're going to say to try to, quell people's doubts and suspicions and flip it back on them and gaslight them. It's also a non-answer when they say, well, why, 50% of marriages fail. Is marriage a scam? So that's a whataboutism. Your Honor, I know I'm on trial for murder right now, but I just want you to know that guy, he killed 3 people. The judge would be like, okay, we're talking about you right now. We're dealing with you. Yeah, but Your Honor, other people did way worse crimes than me. So we're not supposed to hold you accountable for what you did? It's endless. It's endless.
Believe that it's a good company with good products. They have a hard time. So once they get past that point where they believe it's a good company, they believe it's good products, then they're battling the whole, could it happen to them? Could they do it? So one thing that I encourage my associates in their interactions with potential prospects and recruits and that sort of thing is...
Meek says a 60-year-old man who was in Amway tried to recruit me while I was on my break working at Wingstop in 2019. A 60-year-old man trying to recruit you, if he's already doing so well with Amway, why the fuck does he need you, Ask him that. Sure, Odds, go ahead, email me. My email's on my YouTube. Click the About section. Or on my Instagram, it's on my profile.
Is remember that in their head, there's 2 questions that they might not ask you outright, but they're wondering, is this good for people? So we need to be constantly weaving that into as we're talking to them, helping them understand how it is great for people. And the other thing that's always running through their mind is they're wondering if they could actually.
Can I do it? Yeah.
So that's another thing that we have to be weaving in, is helping them build belief, talking about the system, talking about how there's training classes, talking about how,
Oh yeah, Eliza. People answering a question with a question is a huge red flag for somebody being deceptive with you.
My background wasn't in the financial industry. This company helped me learn everything. It just takes time, and you got to put some work in. And so we need to always be weaving in answering those questions because they're thinking them, but they might not ask us.
Sure. Did you know in the early days that you were going to make it, or was there a certain point where something changed? It switched in your mind. You thought, I'm going to be rich doing this.
I would say that I knew I was going to make it, but that doesn't mean that I didn't have doubt or bad days along the way.
Sure.
For instance, I remember, so the day that I sat down.
Here comes the stay positive. Let's see, was Greg close to, let's see mental toughness. This is where I'm sure he'll address haters.
Do you think it made you more mentally tough because you did get the pushback? Can you talk about the role mental toughness has played in your success?
Yeah, I think, mental toughness is so important in our business, or for that matter.
Mental toughness. This is the same guy who, when I told him, when I asked him if he would do an on-camera interview with me, he told me, I don't know, I'll have to ask our corporate office and I'll get back to you. And if you email me a list of questions, and I did, and he got back to me and was like, no, they don't want me to do that. I thought you were the boss, though. I thought you were a fucking CEO, regional vice chairman, whatever the fuck. And you can't do an interview? Okay.
Anything that you're trying to do that is a little bit.
And then he tried to say, oh, well, I wouldn't want you to edit it to make it look bad about WFG. I said, okay, I'll let you have all the footage. That way, if I do edit it, you have access to upload the full unedited thing too. Or I'll even sign a thing that says I won't edit it. I'll upload the full thing. No edits, no cuts. Well, no, I don't think. And another excuse. These people are professionally trained liars. Never forget that.
Out of the ordinary.
Sure.
And, whether it's something fitness related or financial related or business related. And a lot of mental toughness to me comes down to self-talk. What do you tell yourself?
Sure.
And so I would flip those sort of things that those guys were saying to me, and I would remind myself how awesome it was going to be 3 years from down the road or 5 years down the road when I was making X number of dollars and I was driving whatever car and I was traveling to all of these places, and I would remind myself of those types of things. So it would help me to turn things into fuel. And I think people that are mentally tough.
Sorry to hear about that, Rosemel Art. She says, my brother gets as combative as hartej. That's another question to ask. Why are you getting so defensive about this company that you work for, even if you are making money? Mind you, most people defend this shit like it's their god and they're losing money. Why would you defend? Most people look at a job as a job. It's just simply a way to make a living. They know they're not going to do it forever. And if they get fired or something happens, COVID, they're going to go find a new job. It's just part of life, finding work, right? Everybody does it. Why, when somebody works at Apple or McDonald's or a clothing store or a cafe or whatever it is, car dealership, how come nobody fights tooth and nail? If I worked at Toyota selling cars or as a mechanic, and somebody came to me and they said, Toyotas suck. I like, this other type of car, Nissan. Can you ever imagine somebody who is just a worker for Toyota going onto their keyboard and fucking fighting the way these people go and fight? Can you imagine somebody who is a fan of Nissan or who worked at a Nissan dealership trying to get my YouTube videos taken down or my Instagram taken down because I didn't like that brand of car? What is it about MLM that makes people so willing to fucking die for it? It's because it's not a business. It's a cult. These people are brainwashed, literally, into believing that this, like we've heard them plant the seeds in this interview, this is the thing that, could lead you to the... People don't even have any idea about the amazing opportunity and the amazing amount of money they could, get to. They would never have to think about money again.
They find little ways where they can kind of trick themselves to turn negatives into positives. And so I remember there was a moment where I believe it was a Friday evening, and I was supposed to go and sit down with a client, and there was a pretty good piece of business to do for them. They needed it, because of course we don't do anything if it's not good for them. So they needed it, and I was going to make money and get paid to do it. And maybe 2 hours before the appointment, I get a phone call that they're canceling the appointment and they don't want to sit down anymore. So it was really a defining moment for me. I'm sitting on the edge of my bed and this appointment just canceled. We had products and services the client needed. I recall that part of it being something to do with life insurance. They didn't have proper coverage in place. And my first reaction was being very, just feeling rejected, feeling down. And then my mental toughness, self-talk started to kind of kick in. And instead of feeling bad for myself, I started to feel bad for them. because they were leaving their family unprotected and they weren't saving money in the best
Wow.
places.
Right.
And it was an
Look down on them if they don't like what you're selling. If they don't buy insurance from you, feel bad for them. They don't care about protecting their family.
opportunity. It's the first time that I could really remember vividly reminding myself of this.
Negative to a positive, Pitbull. Write that down.
I reminded myself that I turned it into a positive, that it's a good thing that not everybody says yes, because if everybody said yes, there'd be no opportunity left for me.
Right.
And I'm going to be willing to do what it takes, so I'll be able to have that.
The irony is that their business is predicated on recruiting as many fucking people as possible. Even if everyone did say yes, there is not enough hours in the day to recruit all the people on the planet.
Lifestyle of helping tons of people, making tons of money, because I'm willing to go through moments like this and face this and get through it,
Sure.
where a lot of people probably aren't going to be willing to. So I kind of tricked myself into looking at that sort of interaction as an actual good thing, as opposed to just a downer and maybe I shouldn't do this and that type of thing.
Well, Greg is a great businessman. Fuck. Greg is a great businessman, and I have nothing but positive things to say about him.
Marco.
Do you like me?
You know? He's probably like, call me back when you love your family, XOXO. Silicon Valley asks a question. The real question in their head is he high right now? Does he ever get nervous? Silicon Valley, you know I gotta do what I gotta do when you ask me that. Yeah. All my exes live in Texas like I'm George Strait. Or they go to Georgia State where tuition is handled by some random hitter that live in Atlanta that she only see when she feels obligated. Admitted it to me the first time we dated, but she was no angel and we never waited. I took her for sushi, she wanted to fuck, so we took it to go. Told him don't even play it. We never talked too much after I blew up, just only hello or a happy belated. I think I texted and told her I made it. That's when she texted me and told me she prayed it. That's when I texted and told her I love her. Then right after texting and told her I'm faded, she asked, what have I learned from getting richer? I learned working with the negatives could make for better pictures. I learned Hennessy and enemies is one hell of a mixture, even though it's fucked up. Girl, I'm still fucking with you, Is it the fall? Time for me to revisit the past. There's women to call, there's albums to drop, there's liquor involved, there's stories to tell. We've been through it all. Yeah. Interviews are like confessions. Get the fuck up out my dressing room, confusing me with questions like, are you high right now? Oh no, do you love this shit? Are you single? I heard you.
Marco. Play it some more, Marco.
Do you like me?
Yeehaw, it's bull wrangling time.
Y'all got 2 Drake verses out of me and a Nicki verse out of me. Amazing. Yeah, you thought I wasn't going to come back to it, Silica, huh? All right, well, bars. Marco sound like a MLM Believe conference, yep. How many gifted Fedora performance? You're amazing. All right, you guys. Well, almost 300 likes. We had over 300 viewers at the peak. It's amazing. I appreciate the donos. We didn't fill the dono goal, which means not everybody dropped $3. But, you know, people are going to watch the replay of this. Streamlabs link is always open. You know, it's in the description. It's whatever if you want to support the boy. So, hope my cold is gone. I'm going to do the streams Friday and Saturday. Going to figure out when to do a makeup stream. Maybe Sunday, maybe Thursday. I don't know. We'll figure it out. And appreciate you guys. Go watch that new video of the conference speech if you haven't seen it yet. Go like my new Instagram post if you haven't seen it yet. Always Marco is my Instagram. Definitely follow me there if you're not following me already, because I post most of my shit on there. And Primerica video coming soon, infiltrating a pyramid scheme. And don't join an MLM. And don't do drugs. And I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Have a good night. I'll see you again. How long have I been live? 2.5. We got it. All right, you guys. 10 p.m. Perfect timing. Peace out, y'all. Love you guys. Thank you. Peace. Appreciate you, Eliza. Appreciate you, Meek. Appreciate you, Rainy Cannon. Appreciate you, Critter. Appreciate you, Sweet God. Appreciate you, It Must Be Me. Peace.